It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Hey guys, welcome back to the Chronicles of Celestria. We're on episode 2. This is the second session of the main campaign, Embers of Anarchy. I'm joined today with 7 amazing players, and we're going to dive straight into it. So, a quick recap on what happened previously on the Chronicles of Celestria. In the grand elven city of Sylvanthal, 7 strangers arrived from distant roads, each with secrets hidden beneath smiles, scars, and steel. In the bustling merchant's row, chaos erupted. A red-hooded cultist unleashed foul magic, striking down innocents and cursing a holy woman into an unnatural slumber. A paladin struck with righteous fury. A bard sent some into a slumber. And a wizard watched with eyes wide with first truths. Beneath the city, sewer waters stirred with dark currents. Twisted rats, arcane symbols, cultists carving corruption into stone. A rat catcher and a fire-hearted girl rose from the filth to face them, only to find cold iron waiting at the end of their escape. And in a shadowed tavern, a tiefling stalked a ghost from her past, only to cross paths with a druid cloaked in starlight. A fight, a body, a snake freed, and another pair of manacles snapped shut. By day's end, all 7 found themselves behind the same bars, separated by steel, but drawn together by fate. In the morning, truth was unearthed, witnesses came forward, cult ties were exposed, the prisoners were cleared of charges and released with quiet warnings from Captain Lysander Emberleaf. You may not be criminals, but someone wanted you caged. And then he appeared. From still time and silver starlight, Thalos Riftbreaker, a sorcerer, stepped from myth and moonlight, offering them riddles, relics, and whispered truths no one else could see. Now, with coin in hand and questions still unanswered, the 7 stepped into a city both beautiful and broken. What secrets lie beneath Sylvanthal's marble towers? What darkness grows in its forgotten corners? And what song will echo when strangers become something more? This is episode 2 of the Chronicles of Celestria. And we begin where we kicked off last week, next to the fountain at the streets of Sylvanthal. You guys have all just had an interaction with an interesting individual who handed you an item. He had this stone that sort of swirled in his hand with multiple sides on it, landing in his palm before generating these small items. Each of you now carries a trinket of sorts that you've received from this hooded gentleman before he sort of disappeared with a shimmer, leaving behind, I believe it was only Zelentrus and maybe 1 or 2 others who noticed a small single black feather which fell in his place. As the world returned to normal, you heard the rumbling of torches around you. You felt the gust of wind come back. The water begins to ripple in the fountain for just a moment. As you guys, it's now about 7:30 in the morning. It's been about an hour since you left the prison cells of Sylvanthal over in the Lake District, separated on its own island. You've crossed the bridge, you're making your way towards the Heartwood, towards Hearthrest Inn, where you've been promised a bed or a room for the night. What do you guys do?
I'm going straight to the Hearthrest Inn. I don't know if anyone's following, but I need a bath.
Yeah,
I believe that's where we were heading, right?
You
Yeah.
can keep following me and I can keep leading us there if y'all want me to take lead.
Yeah, perfect. So what I'll do is
Stay behind my big body.
I'll pull you guys to the Sylvantal city map. I'll let you know now where you are. You basically come from the Lake District in the top left up here, where there's the Sylvantal city prison. You sort of walk through the Birch Grove. You've come down the left side, down past the Birch Grove. It was about the edge of Petalwood, where this fountain was. That's where you guys are currently standing. That's where you had your interaction with Sylvantal. With Thalos. It's currently early in the morning. There's a couple people stirring, a few people leaving their houses and homes, but in general, the streets are still fairly quiet. You would know that, I would say that the Paladin, having been in the city, and those of you, Mirabelle, Zelentrus maybe, might know of where this sort of inn would be. It's obviously sort of on the corner of Heartwood towards the north, next to Oakwood, which is another noble, sort of richer part of the city. You know that the tavern's basically there, just north of the Heartwood, basically. Do you guys head on over?
All right, I'm heading directly there.
The postal area, Paddy. It's kind of just to the right of us, right?
You would know, it depends on the type of post that you're trying to send. You would know that there's different ways to do it. Most corners have standard mail collection couriers, so most districts would have that. But I believe for the type of message which I believe you're trying to send, you might have... you know what, let's have you roll Zelentrus, please, as you're sort of walking along with everyone else. Can I have a history check from you, please?
Absolutely.
To see what you would know of the city.
That's an 11.
With an 11, you're unfamiliar with how you get the message to where you want to get it to, but you do know of a faction called the Black Network, who are who you've seen in your area of the Harbour District, somewhere where you'd worked before, who are very good at finding people. They're very good at finding people, whether it's delivering something or collecting somebody. They're sort of a bit underground, but you're familiar with them, and maybe they would be the best for the type of letter that you're trying to send. They might do it, but you're also aware it might come at a cost. Alternatively, you do know there are postal sort of couriers on each corner. There's a little postal courier.
And you said the Harbour District, yes?
You would know that it would be close to the Harbour District, near where you are. Where exactly, you're not too sure.
Okay, I'll take more of a look when we're over in that direction later.
Perfect. So the rest of you, are you all heading together now to Hearthrest Inn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you all head straight there. Perfect. As you guys head on over, you find yourself arriving. It's about, I would say, traveling across towns, taking you maybe on foot, maybe an hour and a half in total from sort of the Lake District. It's quite a big city. Even with the roads quiet, it's still quite a lot of way to go. And with the 7 of you, some of you quite weary, it would take quite a long time. Especially you, Diego, who's a little bit worn out, quite exhausted, with 2 levels of exhaustion from a really tough night. But you guys arrive to the Hearthrest Inn, where before you stands a building nestled at the edge of the Heartwood District. This is Hearthrest Inn, and it's a building that rises in elegant tiers of whitewashed stone and some polished brickwork, as well as almost like birchwood carvings put on it. Its window railings have sort of a carved appearance to them, almost like little leaf motifs carved into it. Although it's early and the sun has come up, you still see that there's the faint flicker of some lanterns along what appears to be like an ivy-wrapped doorway outside. You'd also see the sign swaying in the breeze, and it's sort of a stylized home. It almost looks like the other buildings in this area, but what you noticed on the sign is that you have like a home symbol. It's like a little house with what appears to be 7 stars and like a crescent moon, which sort of rounds out the edge of the sign. Yeah, and as you sort of step closer to it, I imagine you guys would see there's sort of an arched doorway. Yeah, so that's what you see before you is basically this inn. Outside the streets are sort of cobblestone. There's a little bit of grass next to the buildings.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know anybody who works here? Because I mean, I've worked at a temple.
You
my whole
definitely
life.
can.
I mean, there might be somebody in there I know, like personally. Maybe I've seen them around and talked to me before.
Mhm.
Where's my character sheet?
I'll allow a history check for sure.
Thank you.
Anytime. It's D&D. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. History. Not the best.
A 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, with a 5, you've heard of the Hearthrest Inn. You've never been here. You know you've never been here. You may have heard a few rumblings or talking coming from the Cathedral of Light in your time working or being part of that. But no, you don't know anybody who is from or works here, let's say. Or even frequents. Yeah. Cool, so what do you guys do?
If you guys want to go in and get
Probably head for the door, yeah.
I have to say, thank the gods we are here. My legs are very tired.
Do you need help? I can help you in, sir, if you need.
No, I'll be fine. But
I can pick you up. I'm pretty muscular in that regard.
Okay.
I can carry you. Yeah, come here, and I'll
No,
I'll lift him up. I'm gonna lift him up. I'm gonna lift him up. We'll put him over my shoulder and start walking with him.
Wait, like fireman carry?
Yeah, I'm a fireman carry.
Look. Diego the Lucky can at least have some grace, no? Can I sit on your shoulder?
Sure. Yeah, you can do
I'll
that.
spin around. And then sit there.
And we would say that, Diego, how do you look right now? How is Diego looking?
Yeah, he's just looking... He looks drained. Imagine doing a 12-hour shift after a 12-hour shift with no rest. Yeah. He's got baggy eyes. He's just looking... Hair's immaculate, but the rest of him's looking a little bit tired.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. And big sort of bags under your eyes, I imagine.
Yeah, and he still has, the tunic that's cut across the center, blood still staining it, scar underneath. Yep, he's still...
Yeah,
no
looking
one's
rough.
cleaned him up.
I'd say that most of you are looking quite rough. Mirabelle, you feel like you particularly being in this part of the town where there's such nice houses. For you, this is like mortifying, I'd imagine.
It's torture.
Yeah. And you've also got the slight aroma to you. It's not as bad as when you were in the cells, all cramped together. There's some fresh air. But
the perfume helped a bit.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
I like to think everyone looks rough, and there's my dude just looking okay. He's looking fine.
The most notable thing about you is that your warhammer is covered in dried blood. It's that's the most notable thing people would see, aside from the hulking form of metal walking through the town. But yeah, do you guys head on in? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll head on in with Diego.
I reckon, we head in, yeah.
Yeah.
Find the door.
I believe it's this way.
I believe it's right there to the right. And
I
you see a
think
door right there.
think
There's a
it's
door
here.
open right there. This way.
Let's
We
come
have
back.
to go to the other side of the building, I'm sure.
I don't think so. I think there's a door
Are you
right
sure? Okay,
This is the
okay.
southern entrance.
there. Just go
Silas,
to the door and they have a problem with it.
Silas, you would have seen a door that looks just like a normal door with what appears to be almost like a bar across it. It's very, for most people, it's very obviously like a side entrance to the building. It's not really a main doorway, and the main doorway was on the right. But I imagine that part of that maybe is because you're unfamiliar with this kind of environment, maybe.
These buildings are like so disturbing. Like, why put multiple doors in the building? Come, that doesn't make sense. But sure.
You guys would see that this door is slightly ajar. It's actually open, and there's a little bell at the top that you imagine would ring as you walk through. Yeah.
As I pass through the doorway, I'm gonna stick my arm up and slap the bell so whoever's in there knows that we're coming in.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are free to move your tokens how you'd like. So yeah, just drag and drop so I know where you are. So I can see
I
your movement.
take it, I smack my head off the door frame as he goes under the door.
I would.
You know what? Let's have let's have an acrobatics check. Would you have that? And I need it from our paladin.
Oh. Oh.
I said
Okay.
take it out.
As you
You
walk
said
through
athletics?
the doorway. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Oh.
Yeah, as you just sort of, you've got him on your shoulders. Oh, with a 20.
Hey, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you definitely walk through the doorway, and you take a bit of sort of a bow to sort of crouch through. Yeah, as each of you step into the tavern, let me just throw on something else really quickly. Yeah. So as you guys step into the tavern, you see before you a few things. First of all, as you enter, you see the arched doorway sort of opens out, and inside is a smaller room, which you guys open the door and step in. There's a window that sort of looks over a few tables. There's a few other customers in here at the moment. You would see as you step in, you'd feel that warmth greet you. It's almost as if you've stepped into a cozy fireplace. It's not just from the sort of the fire coming in the corner, but it's also the people around you. You would see that there's a couple people laughing together. There's a couple people clinking mugs, and there's a hum of conversation that sort of fills the space. There's also the interior walls, which are sort of inlaid with that same stone and have a bit of a wood trimming to them, almost like a sort of someone's gone along and carved the wood into the stone. You can also smell the room smells of a sort of wood smoke and honeyed bread and a sort of faint whiff of like a roasted thyme that sort of wafts through. You notice that in the corner there's a couple elves sitting together opposite each other, having a few glasses of what appears to be almost like a mulled wine. It's like a warm, steaming wine. Behind them is a smaller group of individuals. There's a human woman and a halfling woman, as well as a dwarven man. And in the corner, off on the left, is two dwarves, which look to be sitting off together with almost some form of game. It looks like a board of sorts between them. And there's the occasional sort of argument back and forth and a chuckle. But what you notice is as you step in and you sort of hit the bell, Paladin, I'd say that you see right across the way at the bar, you see a elven gentleman with dark brown hair, sort of pulled over to one side. He's obviously well dressed. He's got sort of a waistcoat, and he's got a little bit of a tie on. He's got everything all together. You can see that he's well presented, and in front of him is a smaller dwarven lady who appears to be in some form of leather, almost like armor. It looks like she's got patches all over her. She's also got a bright orange, what appears to be like a tabard. It's sort of bright orange. It goes the whole way down her sort of torso and past sort of her leggings. You can see it's like almost like a big apron that sort of goes on both sides. You also would see that as you sort of hit this bell and walk through the door, this dwarven girl is laying, she's sort of slouched in her chair, and she's got her back's against the stool, but you can see that she's also got her legs up on a stool next to her. She looks very at home here. Her cheeks are ruddy with sort of an ale, and she has that copper-haired, sort of copper curly hair. Her boots are just like are resting shamelessly on the stool next to her. Yeah, and she sort of raises her tankard with a ha 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 as the elven bartender rolls his eyes with a sort of fond, like, with a little bit of a smile. As you guys step in, you hear from the elven bartender, who's sort of polishing a glass with what appears to be like a little tablecloth or something. And he's sort of polishing the glass, and he looks to her and he says, "You hear, Rhaenyra, I gave you another, and if I gave you one more, you'd fall off the stool you're sitting on."
You say that every time, Flavian. Yet, here I stand. Ha ha!
The elf, who you guys would imagine to be Flavian, or Flavian, presumably, he turns as your group enters and you hit this bell, and his smile is somewhat polite, but also a little puzzled to see a group such as yourself step through. You're quite a different mix to what he usually gets in here. He initially sees our Warforged Paladin stomp through the door with a man on his shoulder, followed by like the rest of the group, an Aarakocra, a Tiefling, an Elf, and a Fire Genasi coming through, and it's a bit. You guys stand out a little bit as you step through.
Well. If it isn't Sylvanthul's finest troublemakers.
You see the dwarven girl turn to you, and she sort of smiles.
I've seen fresher faces on zombie guards! But you made it out alive, and that's all that matters.
Oh, sorry. She sort of lifts her hand and brushes it off as she puts her tankard down, and she hops off her stool, and you sort of hear the clunk as she lands on her. It's almost like she's got little bits of metal in her shoes as she lands, and you hear this sort of clunk as she then says to you,
I'm Raynara. Courier by day, Chaos Enabler by night. Lysander said you might swing by. He paid up for your room? He did?
Yes, he did. He also told us to reach out to you when we could. Sorry, it's been 48, 72. It's been a few days. Friend, and I just pat you on the head, Paladin. If you could lower me now, that would be pleasant.
Gotcha. And like, he doesn't mean this in a bad way. He kind of just slunks his shoulder down, almost like tossing the ankle off.
Yeah.
But he tries to catch him and tries to.
Although I fall slightly off balance and look a bit of a fool, the hair is still in the perfect position. As I turn and go, the pleasure is mine, Reyna. And I take her hand and I just kiss the hand.
right.
There
You can see she's
There
sort
go
of,
the lucky. And you are extremely lucky to find us here.
Right. So, welcome. It looks like you guys could use a rest. Lysander said you'd swing by, and he paid for the room, and there's 7 of you.
Yeah, you saying room, not rooms?
Singular.
Yes. Well, you see, Flavian?
as you see the elf sort of goes, Flavian.
Flavian, he's basically glowing from the coin that Lysander put on the room. Upstairs is where it is.
And you can see that Flavian, who's been polishing this glass all the time, he sort of sets it down. You hear the glass hit the table, and he looks to you and goes, upstairs is your room, and each of you has a soft bed for the night. There's enchanted blankets for extra warmth. There's a window in the ceiling that opens up to the moon in the center of it. It's a new thing in town. They're referring to it as a light of sky, and because it lets the light of the sky come into the room. It's really a rare treat for mercenaries such as yourself. We very rarely get the suite booked up for beds. There's 7 beds in there.
Yeah. To say, you've got it all wrong. Mercenaries. No. Some of us just travelers wrapped up in this.
I am a guardian.
Yes.
At the Temple of Light. I am not going to be tied in as a mercenary.
Oh, you work at the cathedral.
Supposed to be a scribe, so I have a job waiting.
You have a...
If anything, friend, I believe this is been paid for, so that he hopes we don't sue him for being wrongfully imprisoned for an evening. Yes.
As you say this, Flavian looks a little bit confused, and Raynara sort of okay, you know what? Let's have a perception check from all of you as you're all sort of whoever's facing the bar, facing these 2.
Oh, wait, what?
Wow, you guys are...
-4, and I still got a 19 plus 1. Let's go!
You guys have all rolled quite well. So we have a 21 from Zelentrus, a 9 from Sylas, a 7 from our paladin, a 20, dirty 20, even with the -4 from Diego. We have a 21 from Ashira, a 16 from Mirabelle, and a 19 from Elirr. So anyone who rolled above a 10, you can see that Rhaenyra's face sort of drops as she looks at you all, and sort of just shakes her head slightly.
Yes, these are the mercenaries working with the guard, Captain Lysander, right?
We don't necessarily like to go under the term mercenaries. We're a band of brethren.
As you say that, she looks at you all and spots. I'd imagine, Diego, she can see the loot on your back.
I have no armor, no weapons, nothing.
So it's just you and your mandolin,
Just
basically.
Loot. My loot and my tent, like backpack. That's
Cool. A band. Yeah, sure, that works. Yeah, so they are here for the room. Look. The room is paid up, so it's gonna be there regardless if you use it or not. The food is great here, the drinks are great here. I do a couple courier things throughout the day with our mutual friend. Look, the room is paid for, so I would use it. The suite, I mean, Flavian says it's the best room in the house. Flavian?
Look, I am not saying we won't use it. I'm just saying, maybe don't brand us as mercenaries and get us into some more trouble than we already are, if you understand.
Right. Yes, I heard.
Rhaenyra, I believe that we were told that you were going to tell us a bit more about the type of, looking at the loot, music that might be of interest in the city this evening, but we don't want to ruin the surprise, so maybe you could talk to us in private?
Oh, absolutely. Would you like to take a seat?
As she gestures to the sort of the couch area with the sort of bearskin rug to you guys. You all take a seat?
Excusez-moi, but I feel like I really cannot carry a conversation without, and she kind of gestures towards herself. Maybe a little privacy so I can give myself a proper wash?
Oh, well, there's a bathroom upstairs. You could use the lavatory. You could use the...
What if we all take 1 hour to have a drink, get some food, have a wash, change our clothes, mend torn tunics, and such. And then we have this conversation. Would that be acceptable?
By all means. Sure. I'll be here at the bar with Flavian. You guys do what you want. Flavian.
Yes. How can I help? Oh, the keys. Right. Of course. As you can see, he reaches behind him and he pulls out, instead of 1 key, it's almost like 7 keys on a little sort of woven string. And he puts it on the table, and you hear sort of keys like clatter on the table as he puts it down, and so pushes it across to you. Do take care. What is it that we don't get many of your kind? As he looks to you, Paladin, and says, "Can I get any of you any drinks or some food?"
Do you have any like scrap metals and oils and things like that?
He sort of looks around. I might have something in the back. We have some cooking oils.
That can work.
Can I have, you know what? Let's have from you, our paladin. Let's have a history check.
Oh,
please.
yay. Gonna roll really bad again, watch. Oh, 12.
Okay, with a 12, you would know that everyone around you, for as long as you can remember, really enjoys eating and drinking. Some people drink things, they get a little bit drunk. You've never experienced that yourself, but you've partaken in eating. You would know that you can eat and drink normal things it just doesn't really do anything for you. You can eat and drink.
Yeah.
You don't really need to. The same goes for oils and things. The oil, when you drink it, occasionally you feel it loosens up some joints, and you're able to move your arms a bit easier. So often after you've sort of been in the rain, they encourage you to have oils.
His thought process is, because he did take a hit from one of those bandits earlier, that eating some metals might help kind of maybe fix some of the metals like problems that's on his armor, his body, and then the oils will help loosen him up a little bit.
Yeah, and I would say that with a history check with 12, you're not entirely sure if it works, but that's the logic that you have.
Why not?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sort of like looks around and says, I might have something in the back. The rest of you, can I offer you a drink? Anything?
A black coffee, perhaps?
A tea would be lovely.
A tea? We have a lavender blend. Would that be okay?
That would be wonderful, thank you.
It is a bit early for beer, I would agree, but we do have some good stuff.
I'll have a beer.
Yeah, would you like... We have a couple to choose from. One of the delicacies from not far away from here is the Golden Mist Ale. It's well known in the area. Would that suffice?
What's the strongest beer that you have?
That would be the Golden Mist.
I will have the Golden Mist.
Great choice. The rest of you?
The lavender blend sounds fine for me.
So we've got 2 teas. As you can see, he's sort of pulled out a little bit of like a parchment and he's sort of scratching down. So 2 teas.
Diego will take a mojito if you have one.
A mojito? Wow. At this time, I suppose we could fix you up a mojito. Remind me exactly what that consists of again?
Well, let me tell you. And I lean over the bar and start describing to him Diego's perfect blend to a mojito.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And as you do so, the rest of you, do you place an order? He goes, okay. And he's you can see he's writing down these ingredients.
Do you know the ethereal spire?
The ethereal
spire. Do you have any drinks that might be familiar?
Which areas that we have quite a range. Which part of?
Well, in Skyreach.
Skyreach. Oh, of course. As he looks you up and down, you're in Aarakocra, aren't you? Yes, we right. We do have some things from Aethria. After all, today is Aetherian Ascension Day, so we do actually have some specials on that drink. It is. You would know that today is Elowen's Day. It's the 10th of Aethrius, which is Aetherian Ascendance Day, which is basically... You know what? Let's have a history check from our Aarakocra friend Elirr, please. Or anyone else who, after hearing this, if you want to see if you know what that is, you can roll a history check as well.
12.
Wow.
Crying out loud.
Nat 20!
Cool. Yeah, so we have pretty much everybody rolled better than Elirr. But Elirr, with a 12, I would say that you've heard of the day. You don't know what it represents. Diego, you at the moment with an 11 don't really know like much. You've heard of it, don't really know what it is. Probably haven't really cared. The rest of you, with a 15 or above, you all would know that this is a day to commemorate the sort of founding of Aethria, which is basically the area of sort of floating islands, that part of the continent that you guys are currently on. It's basically where they sort of discovered how to get from the ground up to the islands above, and it's when the cities came together. So Aetherian Ascendance Day is actually when the people of that region would have ascended onto the islands above and founded the cities. So that's when that happened. But yeah, we do have. Ooh, let me have a look. As he looks at, you can see he's sort of pulling out different bottles. As he pulls them off the shelves, behind there's a sort of dusty covered bottle. Ah, perfect! As he pulls it out, and you hear a as he opens it up and places it on the table, as you have this bottle in front of you that has almost like a purple glow coming out of it, and you can see this sort of a mist as he pops it open. This here is the wonderful, what was it? Aetherian ale. Would that do?
Yes, please, Russ.
I know we have something. As he sort of pushes it across to you. Anyone else?
Random question, Mr. DM. With that date you were telling us about,
Yes.
Did Eric Corcoran's, were they already around before this day was known? Or is this something that they came, like, because we found out we can go up to Sky Islands, then we found that race?
So you would know, I will tell you, out of character, out of session for a second.
Yeah.
Aetherian Ascendance Day is when the rest of the world were connected to the islands above. I would say that the cities or the settlements up there were very tribal. It's when Aarakocras were in smaller tribes. But when they realized that they could bring other people up there through something like a sort of flying machine, or whether it was on the back of some other creature to get up there, when the majority of the population were connected to these islands, that was the Ascendance Day. So it's when everyone else was able to ascend up to Aethria, which is where the Aarakocras are. That's when it sort of ascended. But yeah, good question. As you see, Flavian sort of turns to the rest of you after handing this drink across. My lady, sorry, miss, as he looks to you, Ashira, can I get you anything to drink?
A black coffee, please.
A black coffee it was. Sorry, of course.
Did I hear that food was included?
I don't believe so. Rhaenyra. As Rhaenyra turns, he paid the day. He paid the day. If you want to fight him, you can. I wouldn't argue. And you can see that Flavian goes, yes, well, it appears that it was paid up with the room. You are entitled to a bed and some breakfast. Can I interest you in anything?
Well, listen, dearie. For me, you could just pack it up. Like a little lunch packet. That would be fabulous.
You know what? That's perfect, because it saves me doing the washing up. Let me just, as you can see, he sort of writes down on a piece of paper to do that. I'll have 7 meal kits for all of you, so you can add that to your stay here. Anyone else want a drink?
I'll have an omelet, actually, like now, and some parchment and a quill. Thank you.
Right. Okay. As you can see, he sort of goes, okay.
Because we're paid up. We're paid up for the day.
Yes, you are indeed.
Wait a minute, do we just get what we want? Because I'll take another tunic if you've got one.
Well, you don't have tunics here, but there is a cloth here.
I thought you were...
Do you not have a sewing kit at least? Like, I mean, that's pretty standard for hotel stays.
And you can see that Rhaenyra, watching Flavian, sort of steps. Right. Yes. Why don't all of you take a seat? I'll bring around some drinks and some food. Was it an omelette you wanted? I'll get a bunch of food for everybody and some drinks. Flavian, don't worry about the sewing kit. You can see that Rhaenyra pulls out from her sort of side. She's got sort of a leather satchel. She pulls out from the satchel, she sort of flips it open and reaches in, pulls out what appears to be a sort of golden needle with a little bit of string. And she sort of looks to you. This should do the trick.
Oh, that is such good news. I just take my tunic off in the tavern and hand it to her.
Wow. Okay.
I side-eye that.
I will be back in 30 minutes, and then hopefully it'll be done. Thank you. I'm going to go get washed.
Oh, God. Okay. As you can see, she sort of puts it down on the stool next to her. Right, okay. Yes. Look, I have some things to do today, so I would prefer we have a drink, maybe some food. I can leave you with it, but, yeah, why don't you all take a seat, as she sort of gestures to the table and turns back to Flavian. Does anyone do anything?
Parchment and quill, though. The parchment and quill, that part is quite important.
Of course. As she reaches into her satchel and pulls out a bit of parchment and some quill. I guess it's just as well I'm a courier. Would you like an envelope as well?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, perfect. Why not? And she pulls out another one and just sort of pushes it over to you across the bar. Yeah, as you've got now this in front of you.
Is there anyone staying downstairs, or is everyone going up to wash?
I'm gonna stay down and I'll be writing. So
you're gonna be busy.
well, it'll take me a couple of minutes to write the letter, but I'll still be here. Like you can talk to me.
Oh, yeah, I could talk to you. Anyone else gonna stay downstairs for whatever reason?
Can I roll insight for the way that he's not too keen on
it's so obvious. It's so no. He's definitely what he's holding like a rag in his hand, and he's holding a rag in his hand, and it's obviously like he's clutching. Like he just pulled this out.
Do you need some help with something?
I just need someone to clean off the dirt of my.
I can clean off the. I live in sewers. I can clean off dirt. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Cool. So we now have Zelentrus, who's got a quill and an envelope and some parchment. You've got Rhaenyra and Flavian talking to each other at the bar. You can see Flavian is basically, he looks like he's about to go up behind the bar to this doorway over here. You would see that the others in the tavern have sort of noticed you come in. They're doing their own thing. They're sort of keeping to themselves, but it's quite a nice sort of morning. What are the rest of you doing?
Immediately go for the nearest bathroom. Shut myself in.
Oh, it's room 4 upstairs. Room 4.
Merci. And I just hurry off.
Cool. You would know.
If allowed, Diego would just fill his bucket up with some water and then take his own soap and rag into his room so that he's not disturbing Mirabelle.
From around you right now, you wouldn't see a bucket necessarily. Do you have a bucket on you?
No, I have all of the supplies. I just need access to water. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'd say you probably mention this to Flavian, and he sort of points you in the direction. There's sort of a keg on the end that has a tap with some water in it. Yeah, perfect. The rest of you.
Rhaenyra, was it?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Do you mind? I know how to sew. Can I sew? Can I? She points down to her knee. I don't want to take my pants off in the middle of the tavern.
Oh, yeah, it was a bit odd. Well, you see, the wonderful thing about this, as she turns to you, you see the tunic on the table. She's sort of holding it with one hand on either side, sort of pressing it against the bar, and you can see that this needle is threading itself on the bars.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, well, maybe. I'm afraid we would need to take... I could do it by hand. The golden stitch only really works when you put it on a flat surface. But I suppose I could help you with that, as it's not a major issue.
Look, I don't want to cause a scene, but be a girl's girl. And Ashira pulls out some other clothes out of her satchel thing. And she's like, just hold these up for me, will you?
Of course. As she sort of stretches it out, you would know that she's a dwarf, so she doesn't cover you completely, but she's sort of holding it up. I will try her arms upright. You can just about see over sort of where she's holding it.
Yeah. I'll just try and swiftly change into my dancer outfit, at least the bottom half.
Okay. Yeah. So as you sort of do this, can I have a... You know what? Let's have Let's have a acrobatics check from you, please. I think it'd probably be acrobatics. Okay. So you're trying to do this as sort of a smooth action.
That's a 14.
With a 14, you manage to do this, and you're very much kept private by Rhaenyra, who's like giving everybody who's looking in your direction like a dirty look as she's holding this up for you.
Oh.
Yeah, but you successfully
and now have leather corset with draping cape and
sort of mix match,
dancer's bottoms.
Cool. And she sort of takes those off you then and puts it on the table. As you see that the stitch on the other side, you see that the tunic that was being mended, the stitch sort of pulls, and then you can see the thread pulls up, and then it sort of shimmers. The golden stitch falls to the table, and it doesn't look like it's been stitched at all. This item looks brand new.
Cool.
It looks like there's never been a mark. There's a little bit of a stain of sort of blood, but other than that, it looks as if it was never torn. She then takes your belongings and puts it on the table, and you can see that it begins to do the same thing. She sort of puts it through the two pieces of broken fabric, and then you can see that she lets go, and it just gets going. Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm buffing him out.
Okay, you're currently cleaning him off. Sylas.
Yeah.
What would I have seen from my position in the scene between Ashira and Rhaenyra?
You would have seen, if you looked in that direction, you would have seen Rhaenyra give you sort of a discerning look, almost like a stop looking, like raising an eyebrow at you. You can sort of see that she's obviously hiding Ashira in some way, and you would see the top of sort of the horns and some white hair, maybe like the top of a red forehead of the tiefling, sort of occasionally moving around. Yeah.
If Sylas had the possibility to turn red, he slightly would have, because he has never seen someone like he has never seen a scene like this, like in a room like this where someone is changing clothes. So
I'd like to think
"Oh."
at some point the pants just came flying up in the
Yeah.
air, you know?
Like over the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, it's not like oh, he is getting aroused or something, but he's like, there's a lady changing clothes in here, like oh, what would I do with this situation?
Yeah, you're a little bit uncomfortable, but like blushing. I would say that your face is a little bit red. It looks, you're very sort of,
Does the
flush.
Shira notice?
I'll leave that up to you to decide. We won't need a check. Would you notice? Would you be looking back at the party?
I think afterwards, if I can see that he's blushing,
Yeah.
I would just go, "What's wrong, Sylas? It is all natural after all. You should be used to that."
Well, that's the point. I'm not really. So it was quite a surprise, I think, if that's the right word. Well, back from where I came from, they don't change like clothes like in the middle of a tavern. So like, is that normal here?
Don't they change in the middle of the nature?
Yeah, well, yeah, but not in front of like people. Like, you go around the bush and you change your clothes, you come back, and then you have other clothes on, but not where like people can see you, or like with the
I'm
help.
sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, but I am confused. I thought out of all people, you would understand.
Maybe, and you see like this very awkward look on the side of his face, like he does not know how to give himself a proper standing in front of Shira at this point.
Perfect. As the two of you have this sort of interaction, the rest of you, I would say that Zelentrus and our paladin, you hear this as you're sort of, brushing him off or polishing out the dirt, I'd imagine, of his shoulders.
I like to think Paladin's looking at Zelentrus like, I don't understand why is he getting all nervous?
You're muted. All good.
He's probably, I don't know, he seems quite naive, maybe. He's maybe not seen this kind of thing before.
He's never seen what? Like, people are just changing. You people do that all the time.
We do, but there's a certain amount of privacy involved with it. We're generally raised to view it as a private act. That's why we wear clothes.
Right.
When was the last time anyone cleaned you?
Just yesterday. My mom did it. My mother.
Sorry. Okay. Your mother.
Yeah, Lady Evangeline. She's pretty much been my mother since she turned me online, I guess.
You you have a mother that didn't come up earlier
Well,
today.
I mean, she's technically not. I'm more like her protector, but she's treated me like her child this whole time.
She's the
Yeah.
one who.
Yes.
Oh, okay, understood.
Yeah.
Well, she
usually
did
I
miss
only,
a spot.
usually only she does this kind of thing. I don't really like other people touching me that much.
And
Well, I'm glad you've got a stiff upper lip for now.
I would say that as this is all happening, as we've seen Ashira and Rhaenyra sort of in their element getting changed, and then Sylas like awkwardly standing there blushing, then you have our paladin getting polished down by Zelentrus. We then come to Elirr. What have you been doing in this situation? As you've seen Mirabelle and Diego start to head towards the door, maybe probably get to this doorway over here, which was sort of gestured to earlier when you were handed the keys.
Elirr got his drink, and he's been pretty much like he's been standing by the fireplace, maybe even using a bit of elementalism to light it up, and just kind of staring off into space, into the fireplace. He didn't even notice much of the scene behind himself. Like he's just musing over like that there's like an ascension day for Etheria, and he has no clue about it. And supposedly the Aracrocras are supposed to be involved, and yeah, just puzzled.
Would you say you've been drinking fairly quickly, or is it like you're just sipping away?
Well, he's been enjoying the drink for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he might even go and want to purchase a bottle of it. But yeah.
Cool.
It's
Cool.
more or less the first time he's been allowed to drink much. Because,
yeah, and I was gonna ask,
yeah.
is this your first drink, or is this like something like, is it your first alcoholic drink, or is this something you've had before, like alcohol?
It's the first fermented juice he's been having. Yes.
Perfect. Can I have a Constitution saving throw from you, please?
I thought so.
As it's now about 8 o'clock in the morning.
13.
Okay, with a 13, I'd say that as you're like about maybe a quarter way through the bottle, you feel a little bit of a warmth inside you, something that you've not experienced before. It's almost like you've had a full hearty meal, but you're not full. It's a sort of warm sensation, but that's about it. Otherwise, you're perfectly normal. It's a nice tasting drink. It has some sort of berry sort of flavor to it, almost similar to very much the flavors you would know back in Aethria. Perfect. As you're standing there, I would say that we have obviously had a lot of things happen, but as all of this began, before Ashira even got down to sort of start knitting, we had Diego fill up a bucket of water and Mirabelle racing towards the door. I would say that for the two of you, can I please have you move your tokens up towards the door up here and sort of tell me what you're going to be doing?
I'm going to a room, I guess, our room.
Mm-hmm. You would know. You would have been told it was room 4.
Because I heard Mirabelle's going to use the bathroom to clean up. I will use our room, but with just a little bit of water, my own soap, my own like cloth, so I can just. And I'm basically just trying to wipe the dried blood off me and just clean myself up and freshen myself up a little bit, so I'm a bit more presentable. That's literally all he's doing, and making sure his hair's okay with his mirror, spraying a bit of aftershave, just making sure he looks good and he's clean.
Perfect. And I would say that. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to change something very quickly. I think I'm going to break. Okay, we'll be right back. I'm going to break something very quickly. I'm going to give, because you're filming it, Rez, I'm going to give you everybody's vision. Or at least these two's vision.
We don't need to go to another map. We can just like up here, we don't have to be on the map to clean.
Okay, sure. Fine, let's do it that way. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so the two of you sort of head through the doorway. You head up the stairs. You basically get to the top of the stairs, where I would say that Mirabelle, as you're first, you've got the keys. You see, as you get to the top of the stairs, there's a lot of small rooms, and it's sort of immediately as you turn up and turn to the right, there's room 1, room 2, room 3. Then right below that, you see it says room 5, and further down the corridor there appears to be a room 7 and a room 4. But yeah, at the end of the corridor, you do see there is a small sort of open archway with a white birchwood door, which has a little bit of a faint sort of marking on it that looks almost like a sort of bucket kind of thing and some bubbles. What do you do?
Okay, yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm sort of glancing. I mean, assuming we like go up together, I'm sort of like glancing sideways to Diego's probably bare torso at this moment.
He'd be behind you with sort of a bucket, really struggling up the stairs.
I'm like, I might take a while. Do you need anything from the bathroom?
Oh, no. Diego need nothing. If you need anything, you can borrow my mirror, or I have soap, or what else?
I start blushing a little bit. I am pretty sure everything will be alright, but thank you. I will. If I need anything, I will come and see you. And I kind of rush off towards the the white door.
I'll be down in just a few moments. Mirabelle.
Merci. And I sort of glance over my shoulder and I give him the most dazzling smile I could probably give him. And then I immediately close the door behind me.
Okay, cool. As you close the door behind you, it's sort of that you can see there's a little bit of a latch on the door. Do you lock the door behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As you latch the door, you see before you is what appears to be like a little bathtub. It's almost like it's sort of carved wood, but you can see that there's a little bit of a tap on one side, and it looks smooth. Although it's wood, it looks very smooth. And you see a sink next to you. You see a few other, common sort of wash closet things. There's also 2 or 3 stalls and a bathtub at the end.
I'll just take off my clothes and I hop into the bath. I start scrubbing and everything. I just
cool
fucking deep clean.
yeah. And I imagine you probably like just throw your clothes in sort of the sink maybe and like leave it there.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure they're clean as well, and then bath, I'm gonna do my hair, basically, linger a little bit like every teenage girl would, and take my time a little bit.
Perfect. We'll say about half an hour passes of you sort of tidying yourself up, getting all prepped up and ready to go. You probably thought you were gonna take about 10 minutes. It ended up being 15, then 20, and you're cleaning the clothes and everything. Yeah. But yes, then we'll come back to Diego. You basically have a bucket in your hands as you see Mirabelle closes the door, and you can see that before you have sort of the 3 bedrooms you pass. You've arrived at sort of the center of upstairs. To your left, there's 2 other rooms. There's a bathroom down the end, and then there's room number 5 on your right.
Yeah, I'll just go to our room.
Perfect. Yeah. So as you get to it, you arrive to the front door of the room, and you can see that there's a handle and what appears to be a sort of silver badge placed on it. Can I have a history check from you, please?
Oh god.
-4
sure. Let's see what this -4, which is a total of -3. Oh, 15's pretty good.
With a 15, you would know that this is a sort of the mark of the Silvanthal City Guard, and it's been placed just on the door, like just above the handle. There's a little sort of mark of the Silvanthal City Guard, like embedded onto the doorway, like almost like a little symbol just above the door handle.
So it's like it's reserved for the city guard specifically.
You would imagine so.
Okay.
It's clearly this is a Silvanthal City Guard room of sorts, or something. It looks like it's got a special sort of marking on it. At least that's what you think it resembles.
Yeah, I just shrug, open the door, maybe slosh a little bit of water on the way in.
As you step in, you see that the room essentially has... You step through the door, and it sort of creaks as you open it. It's very clean. Right above you is a sort of skylight, and you can see the lights coming in from above. It's quite early in the day, so there's sunlight coming in. And you see that there is actually a total of 8 beds in here. There's 1 on your left, then sort of 5 along the back wall, 1 on your right, a bench, and then another bed. So there's actually like 8 beds in here. But yeah, that's what you see. And
Out
it's
of
sort
curiosity,
Mhm.
are there any bigger beds, or are they all just like singles?
They all look the same. You would notice as you step in, 2 of the beds look more luxurious than the others. They look newer, almost like they were put in latest.
I walk towards them.
Okay, cool. So one's in the corner.
That's what I'm trying
one's
to
in
find
the
out.
other. Yeah.
Which is the best looking bed that Diego could be like, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep on this bed.
Yeah. Okay. You basically put something on it.
I dumped my stuff.
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
dumped my stuff on the bed.
Cool.
For
So
now.
you're sort of in the corner then. Like you got a nice luxurious bed. As you put it on, you can see that your stuff slowly fits into the mattress, and it just sort of looks very soft. Yeah, that's what you notice.
Yeah, I think I have a moment where my willpower's really tested. But you know, I just clean myself up, use the water from the bucket so I'm not disturbing anyone, a little bit of soap, and just cleaning behind the ears. Just making myself freshen up a little bit so I'm ready, because I'm very tired, and I feel like, when you're tired, splash your face a bit, wakes you up a little bit. So I'm just trying to wake up a bit.
Perfect.
And then I'm just gonna leave all my stuff next to the bed or on the bed, so I'm not lugging around the tent and stuff.
Cool. So as you sort of place it all there, you tidy yourself up. About how long would you say? 10-15 minutes passes?
Yeah, nothing more than 15, and then I'll just take my mandolin, and that's all I take down with me.
So you've just got a mandolin in hand. You're
just
still
slung
topless.
over my shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because my shirt's downstairs,
Cool.
so I will just sling it over my shoulder and come down with it.
Perfect. So you return downstairs a little bit sooner. Followed about 5-10 minutes behind you is Mirabelle, looking. Let's have it. Actually, let's play this out. So Diego, you come back in. You're clean. You feel a little bit more fresh, maybe not quite fresh, but a bit more awake. As you step back in, you see Flavian behind the bar, sort of gestures to you. Can I get you anything to drink, sir? The first one's on the house. It was paid for by the tab.
Me?
Yeah, Diego.
Do I not have a mojito?
Oh, you do. Sorry, you do have a mojito. Right, yes, of course. I knew it was for somebody, as he sort of lifts up a plate with a glass on it. I'm not sure how it's presented, so I went with the... Oh, right, yes. Enjoy. I've never made one before, so...
Zingy, I like it.
You like it? Oh,
I go sit down?
great. As he sort of... You can see he smiles, like he's really proud that he's done this drink. Please, make yourself at home. There's food coming out shortly. I'm not sure what the others are doing. Right. Let me see. And you can see he sort of steps away to go behind the bar into the other room. As those of you who are looking in his direction would see, he opens it and steps through, sort of disappearing behind the door. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit down on the sofas with these guys. Still at this point shirtless. I just take my shoes off and just rest them next to the sofa as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just smile. I look over at Sylas, raise my mojito, and just say, "No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service." Just take a little sip.
And as you do so, you see that Rhaenyra steps up and comes around. She has your tunic over her arm, sort of, and she hands it to you as she steps past you, Elirr, to hand it to Diego.
You are a true gem. I have to thank you.
No, that's no problem at all. Is this everybody? Is someone missing? As we then hear the doorway open to the north as Mirabelle steps through. And Mirabelle, what does everyone see as you step in? As you're now clean.
You sort of hear the click clack of her little heeled shoes. And she basically did a total 180. She's now like looking around. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit better about herself now, and she just walks down with an air of okay, yeah, like the ego is there again.
I would say,
and she just,
as you do,
yeah.
One of the girls on the table, but below you, sort of on the map below you here, turns to you and is like, wow. Like, she saw you come in earlier and her jaw, like, oh, as she watches you step into the room. She looks to be about maybe 10, 15.
I acknowledge her and kind of like wink at her, and then I sit down with the rest. I mean, very, very, very prim and proper. Like I my skirt, I'll nicely make sure there's no wrinkles, and I sit down. I have I assume my cup of tea was standing there, probably cold by now, but I grab the saucer, you know, pink in the air, like just sipping and listening, looking around.
As you step past and sort of pick up your tea, as you sort of have your pinky raised as you walk over, where do you sit? Because you see that you've got the paladin sitting on the sofa in the middle, and there's space on either side. The sofa's slightly like bent a little bit because it's a little bit heavier maybe in the middle.
I will sit myself right between Sylas and Diego.
Right, okay. I kind of figured that would be. Yeah, cool. As you sort of sit down with your tea, and the two of you, Sylas and Diego, you smell just like this really fresh, like perfumed, clean smelling lady sit between you. And a little bit of warmth is coming from her because she's sort of got that cracked, fiery Genasi skin, and she sort of looks around, and Rhaenyra sort of welcomes you back. Welcome back. And I would say that as you sit down, Elirr, it's at this second that as you turn to look at everybody, everybody just hears a sound, just a pop. As can I have a perception check from anybody who is sort of facing Elirr's direction, please? Cool. So I would say that anybody with a 10 or above, so that's everybody except Mirabelle and Diego, who wasn't looking in that direction. The rest of you would all see that this audible pop noise came from what appeared to be a bubble just forming almost from his foot, coming up from what was an anklet on his sort of ankle. You just saw this bubble come up and just pop, and that's what you saw. Right. What was that popping noise? Anyway, so now that everybody's here, you see that Rhaenyra pulls out a small parchment from her bag, and she sort of waves it to you guys like bait, like sort of in your faces. Name ring a bell? Tarnic Bluefoot. Seems he had more to say than expected. Before your little tavern tangle the other night, he had a trade arranged. One of his fences never showed to collect. Now, word is, someone else, cloaked and quiet, plans to make that pickup tonight, just outside the Harbour District. If you want to know what's really going on, I'd suggest you trail him quietly. Don't spook him. And if you're lucky, you might see the rot beneath the roots. Who knows? I mean, I would do it, but I think I don't have the best sight at night.
I have maybe a small question. Maybe some others might know. Who is Barnet Purplefoot?
Oh, Tarnic Bluefoot. The fence.
Eh?
He was arrested the other night for swindling some illegal trade deal. Talked about working with the cultists.
Oh!
Yeah, the captain, he mentioned him.
Did he?
But
Yeah,
anyways, there's another gentleman that is apparently going to collect tonight, somewhere in the Harbour District. So if you're hanging around there at night, maybe you'll see somebody cloaked who looks familiar. Not many people walk around that part that time of day, and it would be incredibly suspicious if the guards did it. We can't let them know they're... Oh, yeah. Go on.
I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. Tonight?
Tonight,
Where we haven't. I don't think any of us, and especially not Diego over there, have had a good night's rest in, well over a day. We're really at our
Really?
limit at what we.
Well,
Uh,
you have the room.
In fairness, we could take a rest before the
Where?
night and get ourselves
Oh.
prepared before it.
No, absolutely. I ain't sending you lot out in the cold. Rest up, eat something, take a long rest first. Blood and blades later.
Well,
Wait,
some of us have our stuff to get because, well, a certain Captain Lysander got us fired from our jobs.
You've got plenty
Yes,
of time because it'll be when the moonlight hits the cobblestones tonight.
Wait, can we just backtrack for just 2 moments? You said blood and blades later. Look.
Oh, it's just a phrase. Don't be
I
silly.
have blood. I have blood, but I don't have any blades.
Well, he does, as he points to. I would say she points to you, our paladin, as you can see this giant
trust me.
hammer just on your
Trust me,
back.
this man is incredible. He saved my life, truly.
Well, maybe he could do it
I
again
owe him a lot.
if you stay with him.
Yes.
But I'm afraid I must
Maybe-
go. So if there's any
Maybe
questions,
I could be the bait.
Here you go. I got a blader if you like. And he pulls out like a small dagger and he holds out.
Are you all bloodthirsty?
remember
I
you can't
finally
break
don't
the
need
city
that.
rule. Don't take the law in your own
Renatus.
hands. Yeah,
Which
yes,
one?
Yes.
I
My tiefling
imagine
friend. Yes.
that, sweetheart. I imagine that
She blushes.
Tarnik has told you this information,
Well,
or you have found out through him.
I would say, you see, Captain Lysander, he's good friends with Mr. Darkwood, who's an interrogator at the Sylvantal City Prison. He has ways of getting people to talk, and to be honest, whatever he got out of Tarnik, he's pretty loose-lipped as it is. It's the best lead we've got.
Right. Well, some alarm bells are ringing in my head because
You're so
Tarnik
tired.
had a pretty tight ship. I am tired. You're
That-
tired.
That would be the alarm bells, no?
No, in my head.
Right. As she sort of
Listen.
looks you up and down.
Tarnik has admitted and is now safe in a jail cell, which makes me believe that whatever he is playing around with, he is scared of and he is safer in a jail cell. Now we are going out there to sort it out for you, or for Mr. Lysander.
I believe he said there was a task for you. This was the information I was told to give you.
I'm just saying, I'm putting some pieces together. If we deliver this hooded figure and this person gets him to talk, would that mean we've done our task?
Yeah, that was the offer. Just to find out some information. You don't have to deliver anybody.
You're here.
Well, no, but if we're not allowed to beat someone up,
Oh, no.
then maybe someone from the city should do it, but we still
think we
deliver the
can.
person
I
with...
think we can beat them up. I just don't think we can kill them. Right?
I'm gonna beat him up. I'm telling you
Okay.
right now.
Yes,
I'm
he is.
going
I
to beat him.
can vouch for him. He will beat them up.
Yes.
Yes.
I will
Try
beat
to
him
not
up.
Why would we do that?
Why would I do
Rain-
that?
Yeah, but why
Well,
would we
because
like
lost.
kick someone? Fuck
Because
someone
he
up?
deserves it. After
Why?
what he
Because-
did.
I think they are bad people, no?
Well, guys, that's.
Ye-
I was told it's the best way to clear your names.
How,
Beat
how do you
people up?
know they
Oh
bad
well,
people?
I'll beat him
Raynara-
to a pulp if that clears my name even better.
No,
Raynara,
no!
Raynara, if we're to do this, it's not like the Harbour District is a small area. We won't be able to cover the whole place. Do you have any more specifics about maybe a street that this drop is meant to happen, or this pickup is meant to happen?
The rumor is that. Well, it's on the note here, as she waves the note around. But as she opens it up, you can say, it says that he's expected to come from Merchant's Row. Hooded figure, red hood.
Don't know what the red hood's
Merchant row is
about.
massive.
Don't get many red hoods around. And she sort of scrolls up the paper and puts like the sort of seal around back on it. Tries to place it together.
Did Tarlik tell you what he was coming to collect? Because as far as I'm aware, his last
Well-
trade didn't finish.
Whoa. I'm just a messenger. I'm literally a courier. But that's all I have is what I've told you. Actually, as she sort of looks out the window, I might need to get a move on. But yeah, it's tonight. I'll be back in. I'll knock on the door. 104? I know which room it is. I'll knock on the door as the moonlight hits the cobblestones outside. So yeah,
I do
my
have
suggestion
one
is to
more
rest up
question.
before then.
I might have one more question. Is that every information we have on the person? Because the last time I tracked someone down, it was the wrong person.
That's the only information I have.
Oh, wonderful.
My biggest thing would be to maybe follow him. I wouldn't recommend engaging.
Why can we not engage?
She looks at you, Paladin, up and down, sees the blood on your
He'll be
warhammer.
fine.
Oh, maybe you will. I don't know. We want to know what they're
I'm,
up to.
I'm almost certain I can get him to talk if we need to.
I know Captain Lysander wants to know what they're up to. So if you can get him to talk, even better.
I guess a smash kneecap wouldn't go too bad, isn't that right?
Well, as long as you don't kill the guy. Accidents happen. As she goes, oh, well, I really must get going. Flavian, have a good day.
Flavian! Oh. As he puts the glass back on the table, fuck's sake. What are the rest of you doing as you sort of see that she begins to sort of head towards the door? Yeah.
As she leaves, I guess Zell will kind of turn to the group and say, well, I have business in the Harbour District this morning. If anyone wants to come with me, then we can scout the area out if it's new to you.
Well, shouldn't we get some rest first?
Well,
Well,
you guys can get some rest, but I have stuff to do.
those who need to rest, as in to get, yourself ready, I would advise you to get some rest. Some of you looked really messed up this morning.
He'll be fine.
Right, you especially need to get rest. If you have things to take care of personally, I don't see any problem. If y'all need me to go with you, for whatever reason,
It's
I can go.
It's about 8:30 in the morning. So you would
Yeah.
know that
What if we take a rest and then we go?
I don't like going later in the day. There'll be more people around. If I go in the morning, then it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get in and out.
I mean, how many people are you wanting to take? Because, I mean, if you're not wanting people to notice you, you might not want to take the people who will make you stand out amongst...
Wait, aren't you just emptying an apartment or something? Why are you sneaking around?
It's a joint area. I don't really want to be having to talk to the people that, well, my ex-colleagues all of a sudden. I just want to be in
Zell,
and
if
out.
we all travel together, what are they gonna do to all 7 of us?
No one's gonna do anything. It's not a violent issue, this one. This is just for a personal thing. None of you are gonna come in with me anyway. You'll wait outside if you do come with.
Yes, but Zell, is it? Zell?
Zell is fine. Zell is fine.
Zell, okay.
No. Zell is
Okay.
fine.
Z, so when we head towards your place of living, I would like to say, I am Diego the Lucky. I can create quite a stir. I could make a distraction. Then people would not be looking for you, and they would be looking for the person knocking on their door.
Don't you need to sleep? I'm almost certain
Later, not now.
You're operating at a really bad capacity, my friend, and I can tell from looking at you.
Mirabelle's is also on the way, and Mirabelle has to get her stuff as well. So
Yes, but I also prefer to have a rest.
Don't you need to go somewhere too, Birdman?
I do, but I really would like to rest before we
Okay.
What if
go out at night.
What if you go this morning and you get attacked? What then?
then, if I go this evening and get attacked, like, what's what's really the
Well,
big difference.
But this evening would be with
said
people.
we shouldn't split up.
Things are always worse in the evening than the morning. If we get it out the way now, then I'll rest in the afternoon, or I'll go on my own. I don't mind. But I'm getting this done this morning, so it's finished. If people want to come with me, they're welcome to. If people would rather rest, that's also fine. And if anyone wants to check out the Harbour District in the morning, you're welcome to do that too.
I know what the Harbour District. I can.
But I'm just saying, if we sleep for 8 hours now, that's what, 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock? Ish?
Do you need
We-
the rest,
We have
Del?
time.
I need rest, but I can rest afterwards. This is going to take an hour, 2 hours tops, and then
Look,
Well,
have the
look,
rest of the
we've
day.
all got. I've got a stop to make. You've got a stop to make. Mirabelle's got a stop to make. Elirr's
don't.
got a stop to make. You don't. You need to sleep. You look like shit.
Hey,
Why don't you do your thing? We go rest up, and then at 4 p.m. or whatever the next 8 hours is, we all go together. Okay? And then you get your thing done. If you need escort, I can come with you. I don't need to rest.
So I'm doing my thing now in the morning.
If you're going to go anyway without us, then you might as well, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so as you've had this discussion, Zelentrus, you actually stand up. You've got your letter in hand, I'd imagine, having written it down whilst everyone's been doing their things. You've sort of written this letter, folded it into this envelope, which was given to you, and a little bit of a sort of seal to keep it together. As you sort of get up to head towards the door, the rest of you, is anybody joining Zelentrus on this excursion? No.
I'll go with him in case he runs into trouble. I'll stand up. I see no one else stand. He'll stand up. Don't worry. You go rest, and I'm gonna just follow after him.
fine, I will come. And Diego starts to get up.
Jesus.
So
No,
who-
I'll stay.
Okay, so it's just the two of you going.
Yeah.
Cool. What we'll do for flavor is I will say that the two of you head outside the tavern. The rest of you will come back to you in just a moment. I would say that you probably have a few drinks, you finish your teas, there's maybe some food delivered to you. The rest of you, you manage to sort of get a bit comfortable. Maybe you go up to the room. We'll come back to you in a moment. As the two of you step outside, you're currently in the Heartwood. You would know that there's recently been some work done just north of Merchants Row. There's a hole in the pavement where some scaffolding was previously. I would say that you're aware the Emerald Court has a lot of city guards, so it's quite a safe area. That's sort of the royal family area. You're in a noble district. There is a bridge that goes directly across to the Harbour District in the east of the city, which brings you sort of straight across into the Harbour District. And Zelentrus, I would say that you would know that the Ratchcatchers area is sort of just past the Harbour District, next to sort of Willow Park, in sort of a what looks like a very grey old abandoned house. It's basically the Ratcatcher's den, if you like. But yeah, what sort of route would you guys take?
Well,
ahead.
I would suggest that I guess if we can cross it at this bridge here, then we can at least kind of go in from Merchants Row and have an idea of where they're going to potentially be walking in from later into the Harbour District.
Weird question, DM. This
Yes.
is just me asking a question. Where exactly is the Temple Light at
The
compared
Cathedral
to
of Light
where we're
is
at?
the biggest
Yeah.
building on the map. It's this one up here. It's basically on a hill
Okay.
overlooking
Okay.
the rest of the
I'm-
city.
I'm asking in sense because I know the route.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not in view. I just don't want to see the temple for the time being. I just want to keep my eyes away from it. So knowing his route, would I even see the Temple of Light? on the
You
route
would
at
probably
all?
be able to see it as you step out. It's pretty much viewable from anywhere in the city. It's sort of
Yeah.
on a hill, but you're not going towards it in any way. You're actually staying
Okay.
at quite a distance.
Okay, that's fine. And I'll just, we can go that way.
Cool. So as the two of you sort of step down across the river here, just for we'll play this out on this scene here. You guys arrive at what is basically the end of Merchants Row. You can hear some footsteps and things in the town. You can hear the occasional conversation happening in the distance. It's still fairly early. It's about, with your travel, it's been about half an hour to get to here. Maybe 45 minutes by the time you reach this corner. Before you see Willow Park. Now, Willow Park is basically, it is very colorful trees. You've got all kinds of, they almost appear to be fae in nature. It's rumored, can I have a history check actually from both of you?
Yeah.
An 11 and 20.
Hey, nat 20 again.
With a nat 20, the paladin, you actually, as you sort of look over Willow Park, you feel at your side this slight sort of weight almost, as the pouch which was given to you the day before from Thalos, you can feel almost like a warmth coming from it. But as you're looking at the Willow Park here, you see trees which are all kinds of colors and fauna. You see pinks and oranges and purples and greens. There's a couple fairies who are actually tending to sort of the plants around the area. There also appears to be an older elven gentleman who's sort of going around with what appears to be almost like a pitchfork, just sort of tending to the ground around it. And in the center of Willow Park, you would know that there is, with a nat 20, you would know that it's rumored to be where the portal opened during the convergence that let the Fey Wild connect with this plane. And that's why this fauna and this energy around it is very much Fey-like. It's rumored that this is where the Fey creatures would have come to this world. Things such as Owlin and Harengan and so on would have come from this sort of area. But yeah, as well as obviously fairies and others.
I'll as we're walking, just casually tell him that information, or tell Zelentrus that information.
I would imagine that you were told this fairly recently, and that's why you got such a high number.
I would like to think Evangeline probably went over a lot of history stuff with him, and that was probably one of the things that she really touched on was Willow Park and stuff. And she probably brought him down here and had him walk around it, and just kind of told him all this stuff.
I would say, Zelentrus, you've been around here, you've seen it multiple times, but you've never really contemplated why it's the way it is. This is the first time you're hearing about this. But yeah, what do you guys do? Do you just head on to the...
I'd keep walking on unless I see the paladin kind of stop.
No, I think the two of you would head on then to sort of the Harbour District. Another sort of 15 minutes passes. You arrive at the building. Zelentrus, you would know that this building is basically for the whole city's rat catchers live here. There's a way down to the sewers between the two buildings. You would know that this sort of connects the rat catchers to the rest of the city. It's very pretty at Willow Park next to you, but the actual building that you're in or have been living in and staying in is very decrepit. It's very old. It's very mucky. But yeah, do you just go through the front door as you normally would?
Can I roll stealth to go through?
I need to know, is the paladin joining you?
No, I'll have paladin wait outside, I would say.
So do you do you tell him that, or is it just...
Yeah. So I'll sneak in and sneak out as quickly as possible. Just wait here 2 seconds.
Okay, just be careful. If you need anything, holla. I'll come running in and we can smash things down.
No one's gonna fight me in here. If anything, it's avoiding awkward conversation at most.
I understand. I'm just making it, remember, we have red hooded people on our tail. I'd rather not have any...
If I see red hooded people, you will be the first person to hear me scream it.
Good. I would like that.
Perfect. As you... can I have you roll a stealth check for me as you try and sneak in?
Oh god, that was so bad.
So
that's a 10.
You do have a +5 from your modifiers, so with a 10, you do manage to sneak in through the front door. So you manage to sort of quietly open the front door and step in. As you step into the room, you're familiar with it. You very rarely come home at this time. You're usually in the sewers pretty much from the crack of dawn until way late at night. The shifts are almost 12 hours. Like, you're there for a really long time. You're usually out of the house in the dark and home in the dark. But as you sort of step in, you can hear coming from upstairs is snoring. It sounds like somebody's asleep upstairs. Maybe someone who's on a different shift. You're not used to being here at this sort of time. You would know that your room is upstairs, and it's the very first door on the left. Do you try and creep up the stairs to sort of your area?
Yeah, I'll try to sneak up to my room and grab my small amount of things that I still have, and yeah, pack it away as quickly as possible.
Perfect. Can I have another stealth check from you? This will be the last one for this scene.
A 19.
With a 19, you successfully creep up the stairs. You sort of gather your belongings. You see that there is what appears to be, like, it looks like someone's been through your stuff almost. Like someone's looked through the bed or shaped things around. There's actually a little box next to it which has all of your stuff in it. It looks like maybe Krollik has gone through, the sewer master has gone through and put all of your stuff in a box, knowing that at some stage you're going to come collect it. So it's all actually very neatly together. Do you just sort of grab that and put it in your...
I grab the bits out, I leave the box, but I kind of put it all into my pack and everything, and I head out.
As you do so, you notice that there is a letter. And it says...
I'll read it.
Z on the front. Yeah, so you open it up and you read it. It basically says to you, Dear Zell, sorry I couldn't keep you on. Real shame to let you go. Wish the best for you out there. If you ever need anything, just knock on my door. Krollik.
I'll leave the letter in the box and take the rest of my stuff and leave.
Perfect. So you just place it back. Do you leave it open on the?
Yeah.
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 Cool. And cool. As you head back down outside, and the paladin is just standing there on guard, almost alert, looking around. Yeah. You know, maybe enjoying. Would you say our paladin character? Would you say that you're enjoying sort of the scenery of Willow Park here, this area?
I think because of what happened and knowing there's gonna be a red wizard in this area, I think Paladin's more so scanning the area and see if there's like any good like vantage points that maybe he can or his group can get up to later that night, or maybe just seeing if there's any like people watching them. Like, is there anybody like being like really weird?
Can I have a perception check
around here? Yeah, perception. Oh my god.
With an 8.
Okay.
With an 8, you see a couple people walking like to your right as you're sort of facing Willow Park. You see them in the Harbour District in the distance, sort of walking around. A couple people walking. Yeah. You know, it looks like most of them are going to work or that kind of thing early in the morning. Nothing seems too suspicious to you. You don't see anything that looks like a particularly advantageous position to be in. It's just sort of a very flat town.
Why not? While I'm in this area, I'm gonna use my divine sense as well.
Ooh.
Divine sense the area.
Can I have the range for your divine sense, please?
Yeah, it's 60 feet from where I'm at.
60 feet from where you're at, and I would say that you guys are currently standing outside this building here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it doesn't go through walls.
Yeah, it doesn't go through walls or solid stone, but you would see that around you, you feel a lot of sort of, as you use your divine sense, you sort of close your eyes and you have this feeling of the area around you. You can feel so much warmth coming from the Willow Park area, like the trees and things. Yeah, like you can feel a lot of what I would imagine is sort of holy or radiant energy coming from that area. And as you open your eyes, you see that it's actually emanating from the fairies who are sort of dealing with these fauna and fae-like plant in this area. It's actually coming from them. They appear to be quite good.
Okay. Yeah. And because I had that history check earlier. The stuff that's like the grass and stuff around there and the flowers. Do any of them look like they might have been like, I don't know how to word this. Like, do they look like? Is there any of them I know they're like these are unique? These might be able to be changed or made into like maybe different herbs and stuff that can maybe heal or help people.
I would say, because you did a history check earlier, based on the proficiencies of your character and your familiarities with the world, being only a couple of years old at this stage, I'd say you know that there are herbs and there are a lot of fey plants and fauna which are good and have a lot of healing or medicinal properties, but you wouldn't be able to tell which one. You see before you a whole range of colorful plants and fauna, but you wouldn't know exactly what they are or what each of them do. You do know that it is being sort of looked after and tended to by the fairies in the area, and that nowhere else in the city has this.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, as you're sort of looking around and viewing all this, Zelentrus, you then come out. Do the two of you then head back? Do you say anything as you come out?
I've got so I've got two more things just to do quickly while we're here. I don't suppose when you're out here, did you see any young urchin street kids or anything like that?
No, I didn't see any of that.
Can I take a look around for the street
perception
kids?
check.
Ugh, an 8.
With
No.
another 8, you also see some people in the distance in the Harbour District. You don't see anybody in particular that would be what you're looking for.
I don't mean to sound pushy here, but I'm sure whatever you need to get done else can wait till the next morning. I'd rather us be ready for what's to come than anything, and I don't mean to sound pushy here,
Well-
but you did say we're here for one thing. I didn't expect to
Well,
have two more side quests.
if I can't see the kids, then that's one thing checked off. And I guess if we see if I see anyone from the Black Network on the way back, I'll pass them the letter, and then that's me done.
Sure. All right. Well, let's head on back then.
Cool. If I see anyone from the Black Network on the way back, I'll pass them the letter. If
I
not,
would
then-
say, using the perception check of an 8, I'm going to continue with that one. You
Cool.
don't notice anybody at this time of day. You would know, because we went through it earlier, you would know that the Black Network usually operate in the shadows. Either down alleyways or underground, maybe at night, because a lot of the stuff they do is very grey. But yeah, do the two of you head back then? Anything else that you do on your way, or is it straight back to the tavern? Cool.
Straight back to the tavern.
As you guys, I imagine you go back the same way you came in. You start to see that Merchant's Row is filling up with people. You start to see that lots of people are going in and out of doorways. The world is sort of opening up. It's becoming a bit later in the day. You make it back to Heartwood and the tavern. I would say that the whole endeavor from start to finish took about 2 hours. Maybe 2.5 to get there and back. You probably went with a little bit of haste, knowing that you had a few things you wanted to do before it got busy. But yeah, we then come back to the tavern, where I will say, for the sake of brevity, we will have both Zelentrus and the Paladin go out on their adventure. What were the rest of you doing? As the two of them stepped out, you had Flavian come back into the room where you guys were. He sort of steps through with plates. He's brought you guys each some food. Most of them are neatly wrapped in sort of like almost what you described earlier, Ashira, like a ghetto or takeaway lunchbox thing. There is a plate with an omelet on it. Yes.
Sorry, just to cut in. Because I've been taken off the map, there
You
is no
can't
map
see.
screen now.
Gotcha. I will put you back on, but we'll say that you're well away from everybody else. Cool. Let's just say you're out. Yeah.
That's perfect.
So what is everyone doing as you're sort of handed this food?
What is it that we have ordered? Because
He hands the plate to you, Diego. It was
isn't it wrapped?
no. Everyone else has got a wrapped dish. You've taken the plate off him. Your omelet. It was you who ordered the omelet, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Of course. Those are some omelets. In there, we also have some sandwiches. There's a few things there. Some of them, we actually have a Crescent bakery good, as you guys can smell the sort of honeyed bread scent coming from your thing. It's basically a Crescent bakery item. This world doesn't have croissants, but it is a crescent shape. So yeah, you guys basically have what would be the Sylvanthal equivalent of a croissant sandwich, wrapped in sort of a goodie sort of lunchbox kind of thing, like you described. It's basically a folded bit of sort of leaves put together into a neat sort of bow and strung together. It's delivered in a very, very luxurious sort of way to each of you. Was there anything else I could get to all of you?
Merci.
Not for now, I think, but
I would love more of this drink. Right? Very, very nice.
Oh, you finished it. My, can I have a Constitution saving throw from you, please? As you've now finished this bottle of your Aetherian drink, Aetherian brew.
It's a celebration.
As you have a 17, you feel that same warmth. You feel a little bit maybe like comfortable. You feel really at ease, but you feel fine. You're not feeling any effects. We may have another one. Let me have a look. I will say, the bar, it is open, but we're going to get some business a bit later on, and I can't give out free drinks all day. The first 2 are on the house for each of you, but after that, I'm afraid I can't. Would you like another
Diego
one?
will take another. Yes.
Another mojito. You haven't quite finished yours, but yeah,
No,
I'll make
quite,
you another
but
one.
I'll take one just
He
in case.
smiles. Anyone else
you-
for a mojito?
Can you just
Well-
bring the bottle upstairs instead? Keep it closed.
Oh, absolutely. I'll put it on the bar. You can take it with you as you head up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Elirr, are you not supposed to be working? And you're going to drink now. You said something about work, no?
Oh,
We
Look,
got
also-
rest now, aren't we? And that's for later. It's nice. You should try.
I think
Ah,
we should let
no.
the man mix business with pleasure, no?
I do agree with that. And on that note, I'll have another one. I'll also try one of the mojitos. They sound quite alluring.
Another mojito. Anyone else? Would anyone else like one? As you can see,
so you-
he's grinning with excitement.
what exactly is a mojito?
Get him one, he'll like it.
3 of them.
Okay.
And yourself, milady, as he looks to you, Ashira. You're on your own chair,
No.
comfortable.
Yeah. No, thank you, darling. But perhaps you could tell me, when do we have to check out?
Well, you have the room all day, so it'll be at least until tomorrow, probably mid-afternoon. We very rarely rent out the suite. That is, unless you want to stay another night.
And how much would that set us back?
Well, I'll have to take a look at the docket. Let me get on those drinks and I'll come back with a price for you. As he sort of steps away and grabs anything I can get you to drink, though, whilst I'm up.
Just a coffee.
A coffee, perfect. Black coffee.
Black.
Perfect. As you can see, he's sort of like, okay, perfect. Gets on with the coffee, but he's obviously not very excited by this. The rest have ordered these mojitos, which is a new drink he's just mastered. So he's very keen to get growing. And you can see he puts 3 glasses on plates with a little spoon next to them, sort of like a little wooden spoon on these plates. And he puts them on, and you can see he's like doing stuff behind the bar. So yeah, he does that. Do you guys do anything whilst he's making these drinks for you?
I have to ask, now that we are all here, what are your specialities? What are you good at? All of you. Elirr. Is it Elirr?
It's Elirr. Yes. I write things down. I watch Master. I help Master.
So Elirr is like a butler.
No. I grew up in the academy with magics. But I've not been there long. But Master says I have talent, so I try. And he said to go out and do stuff.
Well, merci.
Okay.
Merci for your blow dry earlier.
you will actually notice when she speaks, Elirr is like very, like he's not looking at her directly, especially since she addressed him very directly earlier as well. He's just fumbling on the sash and doesn't know where to look.
He's also nervously like jittering around. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Sorry to just.
And you, Mirabelle?
Why I'm here?
What your speciality is?
Yes.
What are you good at?
Oh, this is kind of like hitting us. Oh, she's very hesitant to answer that. What?
Besides lighting up a room, of course.
Ah, merci. Well, maybe you can take the lighting up the room literally. You know, some might call it magic, but you know, I prefer to it as like ancestral. I prefer to refer to it as like ancestral powers. It's, I do like to, you know, play with fire a bit.
So you are like a pyromancer.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it that, but well, maybe. I'm not a very strong person by any means. And
I'm sure that will come in useful when we are, you know, tracking down these people.
I mean, I heard there are killers in this group, no? I never killed anyone. Everything I've ever done is in self-defense. But
Oh, I understand. I'm the same.
Wait, we have killers in our group?
Only one, I believe. Anyway, let's maybe gloss over that a little. Sylas, or should I call you Sai? What about yourself?
Whatever you like, Diego. But I'm a druid in training, and I was sent for a mission to this city by my mentor, which I didn't really do yet, but maybe later, I think, if the
And-
person can find me.
And do you
It
have
is?
a speciality, per se?
Well, my mentor says I'm very good at reading the stars, but
Oh.
they're still difficult for me. But that's what I know, and I seem to have a connection to it. But it's also difficult, and this is my first time leaving the circle. It's all a bit much at some point.
Silas, you are too humble. You literally made a friend with a snake that nearly killed me. That is a speciality.
Is that a good
is-
thing?
Oh.
If it tries to kill you, I'd rather be on the good side of the thing. This guy can help.
Wait, so did he make friends with it, then it killed you? Or did it try
It
to
tried
kill
to
you?
kill
then-
me, and then he made friends with it, so then it didn't try to kill me.
Okay.
So
And
is that-
Ashira, what is your speciality now that hopefully not charming snakes? Hey.
Well, maybe if you consider some people are snakes, then yes. But no, you might not remember, but my specialty could be considered charming people, slipping past the lock, predicting your future for a coin, perhaps.
As she says, predicting future for a coin, can I roll another check to see if I remember anything?
Yes. Absolutely. History
As
check.
it's like a core memory, core memory trigger. History?
I'll say it's at an advantage.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Seeing her in the flesh saying this to you.
I wouldn't cheer too yet. I'm at -3. 13.
With a 13, you remember paying coin for a future, and she looks very familiar. You think you might know this girl. You remember where it happened, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do either of you remember exactly where that was?
Yeah, it'd be Cragholm.
It was just
Yes.
inside the market bazaar of Cragholm in Terra Mora.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
you think you've crossed paths?
I look at her, and then my head cocks. And like you can clearly see the cogs are turning. Ashira,
Diego.
don't know you.
Yes, you spent the night. Remember? And then the next morning, you were with my family?
Anybody who wants to can roll insight if they're in the room right now. So everybody but Paladin and Zelentrus who are currently on this excursion. You can roll insight check here to see.
21. Let's go.
Okay, Sylas, you clearly believe that she, with the 21, you clearly believe that, oh, she stayed over at the family's one night, probably woke up in the morning. Like, that seems very innocent. I would say that both Elirr and Mirabelle, you're not sure what exactly she's saying. He spent the night and then met her family? Huh? Something odd here.
Yes, we had quite the night, if I remember. Lots of revelry and song, and it was a good time. No, your family know how to party.
No. We didn't spend the night. Don't
Oh,
get it
no,
twisted.
No, Ashira. I'm not speaking about that. I just meant the time that we did spend together. What me and your sister had is something completely different.
But I did predict it, didn't I?
You may have. She's very good. I actually wrote a song about you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh. Do
At-
I
at
want
the
to
point-
hear that?
At the point that where Diego is like telling that between him and his and Ashira's sister, so Sylas like leaning over like past Mirabelle, like, huh?
Oh, he's taken. That's sad.
It was quite some time ago. No. Let's just say it was a mutual fling.
Do you say anything to that, Ashira, as he says this?
Well, it's about my sister, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
me. So
yeah,
I'm
it
just
is.
smirking.
She was. Look, Arya was a lovely girl. Lovely girl. I have no qualms against her. The two of us just found one another.
As you
one
say
night,
this,
and
as you're mid-conversation, you see that coming around the corner, so balancing everything, is Flavian, who has all these drinks, and he sort of hands them to you. Your bottle is on the side, Master Arakokra. For you, madam. As he hands over to you, Ashira, he hands you the coffee. As he then gets a bit more balance as you take that from him, and he hands each of you your drinks. Will there be anything else? Sorry to interrupt.
anything else for anyone else?
No?
No?
Perfect. There is that omelette going cold. Do you want me to wrap it up for you?
Yes. Sure, yes, that'd be great. I've eaten some of it, but thank you.
Perfect. As he sort of takes your plate and takes it with him, and you can see that he sort of
Ashira,
puts on
how
his
long ago
tip
was it
side.
that we last saw one another? Quite some time.
I think it was over a year, roughly.
My, a whole year has been already. Well, look, it's good to be in your company again. How are the family? Well?
You see sort of a hesitation, I would say. Just before she goes to speak. Yeah. No, they're good. They're, it's the first time that I've had to go out on my own, but they're good.
Can I insight when she says yeah?
Yeah. Ashira, are you trying to deceive here?
You don't need to tell me. You just roll, right? Like a
Would
secret
you roll?
roll?
Let's roll. Let's see if you're trying to hide anything
Yeah.
or not. Then you can roll
Yeah.
a deception check. Okay, yeah, you believe at her at face value here when she says that. There's
good.
no questions here. You believe what she's saying.
But anyway, my family would be so happy to see you again. I'm sure Arya would be over the moon. However, you've asked us all what are we good at, and I've talked to my sister. But what is your speciality?
But isn't it obvious?
putting room to
What
sleep?
is going to be helpful to us in this situation?
Oh, well, I have a little bit of magic here or there, you know. Able to weave a spell or two for music. I have a little bit of magic, but only a tiny bit. I would say I am able to heal and support more than I am able to deal damage, per se.
Well, that is helpful as she looks over to Sylas.
Cool. And Sylas, do you say anything as she looks to you?
No, Silas is a bit puzzled at this point. Like from what he's all here, so he's like still trying to connect the dots in his head, like from what has been said.
Perfect. I would say that some time passes. You guys continue talking, getting familiar, before the Paladin and Zelentrus arrive a couple of hours later. During that period, though, do any of you head upstairs, or who would head upstairs?
Definitely. I imagine probably all of us,
Do you
right?
all retire after
It's
some
been 2
food?
hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the rest of you all head upstairs. Elirr, as you go, I imagine you grab that bottle that's left on the bar, try it side for you. You all go upstairs. We'll come back to you in a second. I would say that Zelentrus and our Paladin, you two probably come in, don't spend much time downstairs, maybe have a drink or some food, and then head up as well.
I go directly up. I'm ready to sleep. I go directly up.
Zelentrus, do you grab a bite to eat or anything, or a drink?
I'll grab kind of whatever's at whatever food's kind of available at the bar, but I'll head up with our Paladin friend, and I'll look to take the smallest bed that's left.
Perfect. I will then. Yep, go on.
I don't sleep in a bed. What I do as soon as I go into the room is I go to a corner in the room and I kind of just stand there. And as I stand there, it's like a brief moment before his eyes kind of start flicking a bit, and then they kind of dim because I don't. Sleep's different for me, so I'll enter like a stasis mode or something, like low power mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sort of go into. I believe the formal term is Sentry's Rest, so it's more like an alert mode where you're in.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out while everyone else sleeps. I won't tell them I can do this yet because no one asked me. So I'll just kind of sit in the corner weirdly and just stand there, and I'll just kind of keep an eye out in case someone enters that I don't know or anything like that. And I'm gonna wait for Diego to wake up.
Perfect. As I'll just bring you guys to the map. Diego's currently in the room. Hopefully you guys can see that. Everybody has vision.
I can't see inside the room.
Diego's currently inside the room. If you guys want to just select a bed that you would sleep in, it's literally 7 single beds or 8 single beds in a large room. There appears to be a chest on either side, which is empty, and there appears to be a sort of wardrobe or bench kind of contraption between one of the beds. It looks like Zelentrus has taken one side in the corner away from everyone else. Mirabelle is opposite Diego in the corner. We'll obviously have Elirr next to Diego, Ashira, and Sylas. You guys have basically stayed in sort of groups that you're familiar with Zelentrus and Mirabelle on opposite corners. I would say that our Paladin friend, you would know that the space next to this bed here is perfect for what you do, which is basically a sort of an upright sort of sentry mode almost version where your eyes sort of go powered down. There's enough space here for you. But so this is sort of your room, your space. And this, so you all take a rest then. I would say that Zelentrus and our Paladin come in a bit later. Everyone else is already sleeping, but you sort of creep in. Do you all head to bed then? We all get some sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. I would say that you all gain the benefits of a long rest, and it is there where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be right back. And we're back. So basically you guys all get the advantage of a long rest. Diego, you lose 1 level of exhaustion, so you're still 1 level of exhaustion. You're just not 2 anymore. I'd say that you're feeling a bit more sprightly. And it's at this point that whilst your door is closed, you hear a knocking. It's sort of
I hear it. Because I'm still.
I would
mostly
say
awake.
that the paladin hears it first. The rest of you, you're sort of
Yeah.
just waking. Yeah, you hear a knocking.
I
at the door.
kind of give a hand over the lip noise to try and tell people to chill out, just in case. And I'll walk in and I'll creep it open, and I'll see who's on the other side of the door.
Yep. So as you sort of creak open the door, you would see before you is Rhaenyra, who is basically looking at you, and she sort of goes, "Hope I'm not disturbing. It's time to make a move."
All right, I'll get everyone awake. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be here because it's been a long day.
Yeah.
I'm not joining you guys. I'm forbidden from
Thank
getting involved. I'm purely the messenger. But, yeah, you basically want to head down to Merchant's Row and head towards the district, the Harbour District. Just look out for a Red Hood. That's all I've been told.
So, my question is, because we went to bed at like what 10:30, maybe 11 a.m. Is it already night? Did we sleep 12 hours?
No, you guys would know that she's basically coming to wake you up to tell you that it's going to be time to make a move down there. Because you've got basically, you would know, having gone earlier, Paladin, it's at least an hour and a half away. You've had at least 8 hours sleep from about 10 o'clock. I'd say the others had a bit longer.
Yeah, so it's about like 7 p.m.
Yeah, so you've got about an hour and a half to get there. It's sort of darker later on in the day. You've got maybe 2 or 3 hours maximum to spare.
Oh, so they're wanting us to go set up, pretty much. They want us to go get ready.
She's just letting you know that it's the evening,
Yeah.
and the moonlight is starting to come across we'll be coming across it fairly soon.
That makes sense. I will start waking up people. I'll just kind of go tap on their beds or kind of like poke them on the shoulder.
She says to you
And,
before you do. She says,
"Oh,
good luck out there.
we don't need it."
If you need anything, speak to Flavian. I've got to head back, but good luck out there."
Right.
As she sort of steps down, and you sort of see her turn, and the curls of her hair just sort of batter against the doorway as she walks away, and heads downstairs.
Yeah, I'll just start waking everyone up. I'll just
there.
very, very calmly, like from what he is, you'd think he'd be like, just grab you and shake you. He's actually very calm and nice. He's like gently laying his hand on you and kind of just politely shaking you and just going, "Hey, it's time to wake up."
Can I ask, is there light in this room?
There is light in the room because there's sort of a skylight above it, so the natural light is coming in. It's about dusk time, so you've got sort of like a bit of daylight. It's turning to sort of a night sky above you. It's still it's fairly early in the evening.
Elirr would just cast dancing lights and just have those 4 lights like kind of flow around the room, like as if they like almost like what do you call that, sprites that like kind of check on everyone, like kind of float around them. And,
okay, so you've got sort of like little lights lighting up
it.
the room, illuminating everything. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. The rest of you see this.
5 more minutes, please.
No, you have to wake up now. It's time to get a move on.
I don't want to go to school.
Don't make me make you get up.
Come on, Sleeping Beauty, you're gonna be fine.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, look at your hair, it looks fabulous.
I just shake my head and it just falls into place.
I'll go to Mirabelle and I'll like gently kind of pat her shoulder and kind of try to shake her awake. Lady.
Oui?
Are you okay? It's time to
go.
Yes, it's time to get up. If you need anything, you guys need water or anything, I'm up.
Well, I need
I'm
a
already good to go.
little bit of time to do my hair, but I'll be fine.
Should we have a meal or it's
Listen, we have about 2 hours before it gets dark.
2 hours? Why
Yeah,
am I up
shush.
now?
Shush, we have to get. It's an hour and a half to get there. I'd like to think we want to be set up before the man comes, so that way we're not scrambling to get there in time. So I like to think we should just skip the meal. Hope you guys got like, I don't know, some rations on you or something like that, and we just go.
I've still got half an omelette. It's fine. Oh.
Alright.
We have
Wait,
those meals
you
from
got the off?
Tavern, right?
Huh?
It would be wasting if he didn't take it.
In the
Everyone's awake, right?
meantime, Ashira's just hopped out of bed in her underwear and just oblivious to everybody talking around her, just starts putting on her leather pants and her corset and doesn't care.
Silas just
Yeah.
puts the covers on.
Yeah. No, exactly. Seeing that, Silas
I was like, ooh,
very
like 20
awkwardly,
minutes,
like-
guys.
Elirr's dancing lights will flash straight like towards like the furthest corner from that, and he will turn away like as if the lights are also trying to hide like.
Yeah,
not
so
looking that way.
so
And as you go to my corner, I then get out of bed.
Mirabelle's corner is actually a little bit lit up anyways. It's almost like a nightlight having Mirabelle in the room. She sort of lights it up just naturally being there. And I would say that Diego, being the closest, you actually had a very cozy night. It was quite warm. Or day, a cozy rest, because the warmth from Mirabelle would have radiated towards you.
Yeah, I hop out of bed in just my boxer shorts and start throwing the tunic on and trousers on, getting ready.
I stare.
Zelentrus gets up, doesn't even like look at Ashira or Diego. He didn't even get undressed. He is just still in the same clothes that he wore yesterday. He's just like,
was
cool.
a woman. Am I just messing out on something? The
Yes.
picture's been a woman.
It's a man.
It's a dude.
Oh,
It's been
Okay.
a dude the whole time.
yeah. The token pictures or the picture at the bottom messing me up. That's why.
Oh, probably. Yeah, no, I can't see the token pictures in
Yeah.
my
It's
legend, so
Kalara.
that's in.
It's okay.
That's probably
Yeah.
Kalara still, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Kalaris.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no. So yeah. Go on.
Yeah,
Um,
if people are still the people who are still laying in bed, my paladin would just actually walk up to them and like forcibly like lift them out of their bed and set them on the ground, and just kind of get ready. We don't have time for this. Come on. What?
You're
Okay,
in
let's cut
underwear.
out the mob.
Just-
I understand it's foreign. It's probably a foreign
Oh.
concept to you, but please, do you not know how to handle a lady?
I'm
I'll
not
get
a
up.
real
I'll,
person. I don't understand your guys'.
I'll
what-
get up.
I'm not so sure you should be
This how
maybe,
would you-
manhandling people out of bed. You never know, you could have touched something you shouldn't have.
And did you treat Lady Evangeline this way?
Yes, I hope not.
I was
mother.
I was her caretaker. I made sure she was everywhere on the time she needed to be there, and made sure she was doing the things she needed to be getting done around. And yeah, if I had to,
So you roughed her up
Speaking
like
of-
this?
I never roughed her up. I'm just simply lifting her out of bed. Is that a problem?
Okay,
Yes.
yes, I think it might be to strangers. Look, maybe for now, maybe we just don't touch each other.
And if I could just say, if we are going to be working at this like thing that we're doing tonight, perhaps it's better we have a name for you, especially if you're just touching us without, talking about it first. How do we address you?
I told y'all recently I didn't
Well,
have a name at the time.
Look, I think he could have many names, you know. This man is, well,
Robert
he is
seems nice.
remarkable. He's remarkable. He is able to, swiftly decimate foes in life-threatening situations. He's like the judge, jury, and executioner, you know?
That is a long name. But
Okay, well, let's shorten it to, I don't know, judge?
I do like that name. That kind of fits.
Jury?
How about Justin?
Judge
Justin.
Justin.
What, because we might need him just in case? Like,
I
Also-
think Judge suits you.
If you like it,
or what did you have on your name? Was it
Sparks.
Spaggy? Spark? Spike?
I think Judge is fine. We can go.
What
with
did Evangeline call you? Did you like that name?
No, I did not like that name, and that's only for her to call me. Thank you very much.
Oh, did I touch a nerve? Do you have those?
Do I have nuts?
I have nuts and bolts. If that's the same thing.
I was not asking about them. I assure you.
Okay.
As we have this conversation, you see Elirr actually. He's taken off his travel clothes before he went to bed, and now he's not putting those back on. He's actually putting on rather fine garments, worthy of a scribe. Like it actually fits together with the sash a lot more, and it's not like totally sparkling standing out, but it's a fine robe and more.
On the subject of clothing and the way that we look, is there any benefit to maybe one of us looking like one of these red robe people tonight? It could catch the eye of the person we're trying to track if we want to stop them. I've got a spell that could let me do that.
You do
I
have
can
to-
don't see why not.
I can disguise myself. It'll last for an hour, so we'll have to do it once we're down there, but
Yeah.
Wait, could we not just use this? And I pick up the red bedding just on the empty bed and just like throw it over myself.
How serious are you with this?
I've literally got a bed sheet over my head.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I'd like to make it apparent. I'm not one to blend in or hide very well. I am quite big for a being, so I don't think I can do the whole stealth thing very well.
You'll be fine.
In the meantime, just a question. Mirabelle and Ashira, are you girls dressed?
Are you still,
you still under the
cover?
sheets?
Am I
still on the sheets.
Am I still being held by Judge, like in my undies?
No, he wouldn't set you down.
Well, not say that's. 1 second. No,
He
quickly
He would
slip
set
on
you.
my
He would
skirts
set
and-
you behind him to where he's kind of blocking. That way, the others, at least for the people across on the other side of the room, wouldn't be able to see you.
Well, lucky for Elirr.
Merci.
Hey, I'm underneath underneath my blanket anyway, so.
It's okay. You can watch again. As I just sort of slipped on my dress and my skirt.
And then, upon hearing that, I will just lower the sheets. I'll get out of bed. But I also.
No, she's not dressed.
I also have my clothes somewhere else. So what you actually see is a pretty muscular body coming from out of the sheets.
Everyone slept naked, and then there's me just.
Looking good, Sai.
Wait, what do you mean?
As I see Mirabelle staring once again, I touch our paladin friend Judge, and I cast light to blind her quickly, so she stops staring at the other character.
I'm gonna ask if
doing?
Judge allows this. That's the only thing.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think I give a shit. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
like.
he just glows.
I'm so confused right now
I'll
because
put it on his. I'll put it on his warhammer or something. I think it's
Yeah,
got to be an
these guys
object
are
being
acting-
worn.
these people are acting
Or
so
character.
awkward about clothes, and he's so confused. He's like, I don't understand. what's
Ashira just
going
doesn't
on
seem
at
to
all.
care. She's just there.
No, I'm just getting dressed.
Complimented Sai.
Cool.
You people take
Well-
your bodies way too seriously.
Hey,
And
coming
really-
from you. You're
I
immaculate.
was
at you.
made this way. I'm not.
Yes, so was I.
You know, I was physically put together like this. You just, I don't know what you people take so seriously about bodies.
Good diet and exercise.
We can't really replace an arm when we lose it. You can.
Well,
So therefore, when someone has a
I gotta-
fine body, it's obviously a sign that the person takes very good care of itself. It's worthy of admiration.
Do I take good care of myself according to you people?
certainly, yes. Look at you. You're like a shining beacon right now.
Well,
You
that's
did
the nice
get
thing.
polished up.
Strength. You
That's
look
the nicest-
immaculate.
Can we
Probably one
see
of the
dents
nicest
in his
things
body
someone's
now?
ever said to me. So I do. Thank you very much.
Do you guys want
Are you
to do
that
really take
shiny that you're like reflective.
Like squeaky clean, right?
Yeah,
I
I would
buffed
follow.
the shit
Yeah,
out
I
of
got
yeah,
it.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. I can see my
Yeah.
own face. Oh, it looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just got to be stuck to him now.
You clearly take pride in your you clearly take pride in your appearance, or else you wouldn't have asked me to make sure you were all cleaned up earlier, even
Well,
if it was a little bit uncomfortable for you.
the
So it's the
reason
same as
why-
people with their clothes.
Well, I have different reasons why I need to stay polished, but I get the idea behind it. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Anywho, if you guys are dressed and ready to go, I'd like to head
Yes,
out.
let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Judge, would you like some oil? Or...
Yeah, I drink oil. It makes me feel loose.
Elirr
The
just,
bar person never gave me any yesterday, so I didn't get my oil.
Elirr just takes out I don't know what this comes in actually. It's like a bottle of oil or something, or like a what does this come in? Like I have it in my it does not describe.
What's the oil
It's
for?
like a tinder
Lantern?
box and stuff, right?
Is it a lantern
Or is
oil?
it-
'Cause it
Well,
probably
it's
can flask.
oil. It says I can douse a creature, I can use it to like
I'll drink that.
yeah, I have 3 of those, so I will give you one of those.
I'll take one, and like, even
It's
if it's
fuel
in
to
a
oil,
bottle,
to oil lanterns essentially.
the whole thing, I just throw it into my mouth. Like the bottle and everything is just I
3
just throw it
pounds.
on in.
We just hear the crunching of
And it's
glass.
just, it's a yeah.
Ah. Okay, let's go. I think everyone. Mirabelle, you ready?
Naturally.
Good. Let's go.
Perfect. As you guys head downstairs, you walk through the door. I'd say you guys have all seen that area up there. You walk down through the doorway. To your left, as you walk through the door, is Flavian, who appears to be sort of polishing in more glasses. There's a couple watermarks, and it looks like beers and things have been left. Mugs and all sorts have been left on the bar. Obviously, people have been in and out, had some service. You can see that a few people have moved around. There's no longer anybody sitting on the table to your right as you come in. A few other people have come and gone. But yeah, it's the same. It's the same rough area as you saw earlier. It looks as though nobody sat in the sort of the seating area down here. What are you guys gonna do? What do you do?
Probably head out, I guess.
Yes. Plan of action. Are we going to market ward to track person, or are we going to go harbor ward and wait and see if we can spot them coming in? Because if we think analytically, I would say, if we post up at the harbor ward entrance from the market ward, maybe he might walk straight to us, or we can try find him in the market ward.
I agree with the plan of posting up at the Harbour Ward entrance. We can use
Yes.
the Willow Park trees to help obfuscate us.
Okay, good. Sounds good to me.
It
With
seems
my
you,
history
you
check,
guys
do I
are like
know-
the experts on this, so I will just follow whatever you guys are doing. This is the first time I do this.
From my knowledge on the park, do I know if they put guards out there? Because Willow Park is obviously a
Yeah,
a
same. I live there.
historic-
So
it's a historic area. Like, there's obviously gonna be somebody's gotta watch it, make sure no one
So
goes like burning trees.
you would know that the fairies who I'd say, because you got a nat 20, didn't you? You would
Yeah.
know with a nat 20, you would know that the area, the fairies who tend to the garden and the fauna and the flora, they actually live in that area. So they're very much the safe
Yeah.
ward protectors of that part of the city. As with a nat 20, you'd also know that very rarely has anybody ever caused any issues in Willow Park because they're very strong. The fairies protect it with their
Okay.
lives. Yeah.
I will let that be known. And I'll just talk in character. I actually suggest we don't hide in Willow Park. The thing is, if we accidentally make one of these fairies mad, I have a lot of confidence in my capabilities, but no offense
There
to
are
some of
that are
you,
f-
and I just kind of give a small look to Diego as I say that. Some of you might not be the most capable defending yourself against it.
okay, sir. So these fairies, I've never seen one. There are ferries here?
Yes, in the Willow Park.
And they're guards?
They take care of it. They take care of it. They're pretty strong, yeah. I wouldn't
Okay.
want to go toe to toe with them.
Wow. You?
I mean, they're said to be pretty. I've never fought one before, but I don't think I would want
big,
to.
No?
Yeah, that means they're harder to hit.
Oh.
I'd suggest we don't do that, and instead we might find some buildings that might be more easy for us to,
Okay.
I don't know, try to blend in the environment or something.
Well, look, why don't we go to location of entrance
Yes.
and
Yes,
see what we find?
I agree.
Guys, before we go, quickly, and she whispers this so it doesn't, like, leak out to the rest of the tavern. Optional, but the Tarnik guy that was arrested, he left some paperwork at the tavern that me and Sylas were at. And I think the tavern owner might have collected some of it, perhaps, because I did ask him. Would it be helpful to swing by and read that before we head out, or do we not care?
Is it on the way there? Like, where is it?
That's the direction?
It was on the Merchant's Row, then an alleyway, and I ran a little bit after someone. It's not too far from Merchant's Row. Am I correct, DM, in saying that?
You would know
I remember
that
there was some scaffolding.
It's on.
It's near the scaffolding.
You would know that it's on the south side of Heartwood, basically just next to the Merchant's Row.
I
a
think
little detour.
I think if we're gonna do that, maybe. And I hate to say this because I feel like this is not what the best thing would be, but maybe we do a small little split, and that way, which might be better in our benefit. So if someone does show up, they don't see a whole group of the people that they probably know about at this point walking together in one spot.
Well, you are familiar with the city. How long of a detour is it?
DM, would I know?
You would know that you're talking about the Crescent Oak Tavern, correct?
Yeah. How far?
Yeah.
Like, if I went there and then went, would we still have it? Would I know we have enough time?
You
Or
definitely
is
have
that
enough
pushing
time. You definitely would have
Okay.
enough time before you're said to be in the Harbour District, or before
Yeah.
this meeting is said to happen. It's said to happen when moonlight is above the cobblestones. That's what Rhaenara had
Mhm.
told you earlier. It's currently about, I would say, about 6 after everybody's got changed, got dressed, and everything. You've headed downstairs. There's a couple people around. It looks like dinner is just being served to a couple people around you. You definitely have probably 2 or 3 hours between now and then.
Okay.
You know that it
Yeah.
takes you about an hour and a half to get over there.
Right. How much time would the detour add to that time?
Your route, because you know where it is, you would say it's
Yeah.
probably about 20 minutes there, and maybe 20 minutes the other way, so about 40 minutes overall. So you have
Okay.
time.
So that would be closer. It'd be pushing 2 hours then for us to get
Yes.
there. Okay. I'll let that be known to the party.
I think it would be useful to have. I mean, if we have to interrogate this guy, the more information we have, the more we can probably break his guard.
Do we have any idea what's on these notes at all?
No.
None
I
at
have
all.
not a clue. I just said that, we had we were getting arrested, that it was my stuff, and that Randy, our tavern owner, was to collect it, because I thought that whatever is on there could be useful, and I don't know what he
Okay.
got.
Sure.
It could be his tavern bill. I don't know.
Well, let us swing by then. I think we should all go together. If we start splitting up and doing things individually, what if one group gets attacked? And let's face it, Judge can't be in both places at once. Who will defend us?
Perfect. So do you guys head out to the Crescent Oak Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I would say that you guys, I'll take you to the city map for just a second. I would say that you guys, you know that basically the Hearthrest Inn is here. Sorry, here. You know that instead of going sort of the shortest route, which would have been to the east and then south across the bridge, you would have to go down this way and then across. And it's a little bit longer because there's arguably possibly more people, or maybe the path isn't as easy for you to travel down. So it takes a little bit out of your time. But yeah, you guys all head to the Crescent Oak. I would say that you arrive, for sake of brevity, you guys arrive at the Crescent Oak Tavern, where I would just very quickly, you sort of step down the alleyway. It's quite late at night. It's quite late in the evening. You can see that the dusk is getting darker the longer you spend time outside. It's been about 20 minutes since you left the tavern. What do you guys do? Do you head in?
Ashira, should we
Go in.
see if Ren is working tonight?
Do you two need distraction or, a moment of silence just for you and the barkeep?
I mean, we might turn some heads if we all go in at the same time. But I can share with you what's on the paperwork. Maybe wait outside?
Okay.
This shouldn't take long, right?
No.
And then
All right, me and my
we
good
go
pal
ahead?
Diego can stand right over here and we'll...
Yeah, certainly. I find a plant pot nearby or something like to use. I empty it out, put it in front of me, and I spin the mandolin round. I'm like, well, time to earn some coin. And I just start strumming a few notes outside the tavern.
Okay, I would say, so this is basically down an alleyway. I would say that you probably stand on the edge of the alleyway in more of like the area. There's a fountain and a couple of people going by, and you start performing on your mandolin. This little like upturned bucket, basically.
Yeah, no like singing or anything. It's just instrumental. Just stood on the corner of the street. In case anyone comes by and decides to chuck a coin my way. Sure, why not? Might as
Okay,
well.
perfect. Yeah, so you're doing that. The rest of you.
I like to think Paladin or Judge is right next to him, and Judge's like tapping on his he's trying to keep in tune and stuff, because now he feels awkward just standing there, so he's gonna try to be like a drum.
Okay. Can I have a performance check from both of you?
I'm about to ruin his whole day.
Rolled a 3.
How did I perform better than you?
So we have a 7 from Diego and a 21.
You know what?
Judge.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Okay, use the lucky, yeah.
In this moment, I go to pluck the instrument, and just as I do, I get like a deja vu moment when I remember that I haven't retuned my mandolin since it was taken from me at the prison cell. So I just spend a moment to quickly retune it and to tighten the strings before I start to play, which is why I then get to get this advantage.
Yep, perfect.
Oh my god, I rolled one more.
As you roll an 8.
As he snaps a string.
Yeah, you're still feeling a little bit worn out. You're not feeling quite yourself. You're still tired from this exhaustion. But beside you, having an absolute field day, getting, trying to keep up with you, creating quite a rhythm is actually Judge, as you do see a couple people over the period do stop and sort of drop coin in, almost because what's really interesting, less than the music that's coming from Judge, is the way he's doing it. It's almost like a dance, and that performance that you're doing is gaining a lot of attention. Not many warforged in the city do anything. You've never done this before, but quite a few people are interested, and we'll come back to you in just how much coin you guys do earn at the end of this. The rest of you, whilst these two are dancing and jiving on the corner, what are the rest of you doing?
Probably just watching the show.
Yeah.
Probably maybe a little bit disappointed, but
you can see
I expected more, maybe. Well, not from Judge, but
I'd say what really strikes your attention is Judge. Judge is taking up over the storm right now. Diego looks a little bit worse for wear.
I like to think maybe I started well, but then I saw him doing what he's doing, and I'm like, what the hell? This guy's good. I'm so shocked at him as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Elirr, what are you up to?
Lady Mirabelle, I must say, you looked rather different this morning after you went upstairs.
Oh, but this is how I normally look, monsieur. It's I had a unfortunately you must have understood that I had a little bit of a mishap. It's why I ended up in jail to begin with.
That's lovely. You look lovely.
Merci. So, what is this show? Do you know this show? Have you seen this before? It's
But them doing the thing, I don't know.
I've never seen
Elirr,
it. Never seen a Tin Man dance before.
Well, I've never seen a Tin Man before, so
You have not.
no. The first time I saw, and then he jumped and killed people, and the other one he put people to sleep. So,
Everyone here is a murderer. Are you a murderer?
not as far as I know. So, I've only been in the academy. We don't fight so much.
Thank the stars. At least one of us is normal.
Yeah, you seem rather how to say splendid to light up a room.
It's
So-
just it's just the way I look. I cannot help it.
Well, we all have looks. I've also been looked at sometimes, so people didn't like it much.
Why is that?
What?
Why
I
is
didn't
that?
I don't know. At the academy, they didn't treat me quite normal. They teased me, but some people were nicer.
What for?
Well, I do look different. I'm not human.
You mean you are an Arakokra?
Yes, sir.
And the others are not?
No. Fairly few are. Also, my master, he didn't really know, and so I wasn't treated as normal first.
Is it? I cannot fathom why, to be honest. I mean, you seem like a perfectly capable magician.
Thank you very much. Not very many people think so. I
Well,
had a-
obviously, I have not seen the full extent of your skills, but, well, like I said, thank you for the blow dry.
It was a pleasure for Lady as yourself.
And as you guys are having this conversation and sort of bonding a little bit, I'd say that before we come to Sylas and Ashira, Zelentrus, what is it that you're doing?
Zelentrus kind of shakes his head at the weird attempt to suddenly make money on the side of the corner, and he'll take advantage of the situation and he'll move to the other side. He's going to be basically looking around to see if he can see anyone with that kind of red hood. Might not be the person we're looking for, but just keeping an eye out for these kind of people.
Okay, perfect. We could do a perception check for you as well.
12.
With a 12, you see a couple hooded figures walking around. You see a couple with sort of dark hoods. You see 2 or 3 people hanging around not far from this tavern. But they don't appear to be, with a 12, you're not entirely sure, but they don't appear to be doing anything suspicious. And there's no red hood in sight. But yeah, you stand guard for a little while whilst this is all going on. Ashira and Sylas, the two of you step into the tavern, the Crescent Oak Tavern, and you smell again the sort of the fauna around you. That you can see the intricately designed wooden panels on the ceiling. You can see the way the oak here feels like it's from a wood that's not of this plane. It feels really, really special. It feels really intricate. It feels really warm in here. There's quite a few people having drinks, having some food. What you notice, actually, as you step in, I would say from the front door, you notice that at the back of the room is not only Ren, but there are some people upstairs. And I will say, can I have a perception check, please, from the two of you as you step through?
13.
And a 20.
30-20.
Ashira, you spot upstairs one individual who appears to have a hood on and is sort of just keeping to herself. As you can sort of see, it's only the floor is only 6 foot up, and you can sort of see her sitting alone behind the crowd of people up top, with a dirty 20.
What color is the hood?
It's green.
Okay.
And you see before you see Ren, who sort of looks at you as you come in, and he sort of goes, "Oh, thank heavens you're okay, lady."
As we walk
Ashira."
in, just before Ren, like as we walk down, I would have just nudged, like, into Sylas and like made him look up so he would spot the lady.
Would I spot the lady by then?
You would, if Ashira sort of nudges you to sort of look up. I imagine you'd probably understand what she's sort of hinting at. And you spot this
remember
green
her.
hood.
I remember her. That's
Is that
the
who you're
one.
meant to meet? She's
Yes.
the one?
Oh, if you put it like that, it's a bit weird, but yes. I think so.
Do you need to go see her now?
I don't know, but what if you talk to Ren and I'll see if I can go
You can tell her
upstairs?
where we're staying, and maybe she can leave a message.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that. Yes.
Perfect. So the two of you can move your tokens how you would. But yeah, Ren sort of looks to you. Lady Ashira, Master Elf. Thank heavens you're okay. What happened? Did the guards let you go? I gave my statement in full. I'm so glad. I'm so relieved to see you out. Can I offer you a
Then-
drink?
No, we're in a bit of a rush, but it's so good to see you. Tavern looks to be doing good.
Business is booming. It's as if nothing happened the other night.
But I assume you've had no more trouble?
Actually, I'm a little bit relieved. I no longer have Tarnik upstairs, but I am worried that maybe someone will come by and start business here now that there's an opening. But thank you
Well-
for the other day. For yesterday.
Look, I don't know, maybe in a few days I might need a place to stay. Could get a bedroll out and stay the night here, maybe some of my friends could, but that doesn't matter. I got your note and it said you had some stuff for me.
Oh, yes, of course. As he bends down and underneath the table, and he pulls out what looks to be like a little bag. You mentioned belongings. I didn't want to disturb the evidence at the crime scene the other night, as he sort of hushes in his voice as he says this to you, looking down at the girl on the end of the row. You asked for a few belongings. There's a few things. One is a note. It was addressed about some meet-up this evening. I withheld it from the guards. I wasn't sure if it was yours, but I also
And
have...
I can assure you.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, I also have a few other bits and pieces. There's a pouch. Is that money yours? As you see a little pouch with some gold coins in it is sitting in this sort of basket.
Well, yes, I mean, I haven't got it back after my arrest, so it must have fallen off my body as I was dealing with the problems upstairs.
I thought so. I thought that is why you asked me. Oh, by the way, here's I believe this is yours. He hands you your bladed fan that was thrown.
I did pick that up.
You picked up a bladed fan.
I only threw one bladed fan.
Well, he has another one on him. So...
Oh.
Maybe
Does it
maybe
look like mine?
it doesn't look like the one that you threw. No, it looks different.
Okay, yeah.
But it appears to be a fan of sorts that has a sort of sharp edge on it. But yeah, do you take it off him?
Yeah, I think she's even like confused that somebody else has a similar weapon to hers, but she's just gonna.
Was this yours? When you said belongings,
Yes.
I wasn't sure. But that's everything. Would you like a drink? Here's the note, by the way. It says to meet up at the alley of Ramshen. I don't know where that is.
No, this is for me. I'm new to the city, so I couldn't remember all the names of the places. So it's good that you found it. I appreciate it.
Okay. Of course. No worries. I'm glad to see that you're okay, and you appear to be well. I was awfully worried the other night. As whilst this is happening, as you've sort of been given these items, and he hasn't questioned it because you did ask him to hold on to any items that were left behind. Your belongings were left upstairs. He assumes, he genuinely believes these are your belongings, as you obtain a pouch with 27 gold in it.
Okay.
So you have a pouch that has 27 gold. You also receive a sort of rusted fan. It looks like it could be fashioned into a bladed fan, similar to the one you have, but it doesn't doesn't appear to be quite the same thing. And and there's this note which basically says to meet at the alley of Ramshen, wherever that is. Ramshen, even, yeah. Sylas, as you step up the stairs, you notice that she looks over to you and pulls her hood back. You're here. I was so worried last night after all the guards came in. She steps up and moves towards you. Do you say anything? What do you do?
It is you. Yeah, we might have missed each other yesterday.
Do you have the note?
Of course. And I'll rush through my pockets when I bring out the note that I got from Lady Starweaver.
As you pull out the note from Lady Starweaver, she looks at it. She takes it from you and looks at it. Sylas, it's good to see you finally. The Circle advised that you'd be coming to the town. There's some strange occurrences happening. We're looking into what the cause could be. It seems that one of the other groves may be causing us a bit of a problem. I have something to ask of you, but I wouldn't recommend going alone.
But wait, one of the groves is going against us? Against you? Like, against the city?
Our circle. We believe that the Circle of Luna may be trying to uncover and stop what we're doing. Luna, the goddess of the moon, she's always had a complicated relationship with the stars. If you're willing to support if you're willing to support what Lady Starweaver would like you to do, I'd suggest you don't go alone.
Question. Would I know what she means, but by that the Circle of Lunar is trying to stop us from doing what we do?
You know what? Let's have a history check from you. With a 12. With a 12, you know that there is a complicated relationship between your circle, which is much more discreet, and the bigger circles of Solara, so the Grove of Solara, the circle that operates there, which is basically Solara's druid circle, and the druids of Luna, which is basically the goddess of the moon. You know that those two are seen as sort of the bigger circles that most druids would want to be part of or help to try and get their powers or support, whereas your circle is much smaller, much more discreet, and without really understanding why, you know that there is a complicated relationship and that you're not really welcome usually in those circles.
Okay. Yes, if I can do anything to help the circle and help the growth and help Lady Starweaver, like, who am I to disregard an order from her?
We thought you would be the one to do it. We need you to deliver a message. As one of the younger members of our circle, with no history of any... She sort of looks away. Disturbances between us. We believe you could be the best envoy to deliver a message to the Grove of Luna. We would need you to travel there. Ideally with maybe one or two others who could help you. And just deliver a message. Do you think you could do that?
If the stars are right and they will guide me to the point where I need to be, then I have no doubt I will succeed.
She looks to you. The stars will always guide you, Sylas.
That's what my mom used to say. So
she smiles and looks down.
She didn't prove me wrong, right? Like,
in that case, please can you deliver this letter to the Grove? Tell them it's for the Archdruid. Seek an audience with her. When you deliver it, we'll know. Just do it when you can. There's no time frame on this. But I had to deliver it to you, and you had to collect it from here. We could not go directly from our circle. Thank you for meeting me, as she puts her hood up. May the stars be with you. As she sort of...
May the stars be with you. And I'm still standing there like a bit like flabbergasted. Like, I did not expect something like this to happen. Like, I'm still this young druid in training, so to say. But I'm also feeling excited to get another big quest to fulfill.
Yeah, as she sort of puts her hand on your shoulder, as you say, and the stars be with you, she said, and beware the sun and the moon. They don't always shine as brightly as the stars. And she continues on down the stairs. And I would say that with that, we'll come to Diego and the Paladin, who've been sort of performing for a little while. I would say probably 15 to 20 minutes has passed with these conversations back and forth, maybe a bit less. But you guys have been sort of going away for a while as your bucket. I would say that, Diego, it's your bucket, it's in front of you, but the one who seems to be pulling all the attention is actually the Paladin, as you guys successfully make a total of 7 gold. As people have been dropping all of this money in. It's mostly in silver pieces, but for sake of brevity, it's about 7 gold. As Diego, this, you would know, this is a lot more than would normally happen, but you have caught sort of the market square leaving the Merchant's Row in around the evening time. It kind of makes sense to have that much traffic.
Well, I have to say, Judge, you know how to bust a move.
I didn't want to stand awkwardly next to you, so I thought I'd at least try something.
Well, you can come with me anytime.
Okay.
Together,
Yeah.
we will make a lot of coin.
Why do they give money for? Like, isn't this just for fun? Like,
Well, yes, but they
smiles.
give a little incentive to say, keep going. Good for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really need money. You can have it all.
Well, look, I was thinking, what if we use this money towards maybe another night in the tavern or something?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. And I put it in my pouch.
Perfect. And I would say that, Zelentrus, you see a green hooded lady walk past you. And as you spot her walking past your side, she sort of, you're looking at the alleyway, she comes past you, you turn your head to see her walk past you. And in the corner of your eye, you spot a red hood coming down to the alleyway towards you. And that is where we call tonight's session.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much, everybody, for playing. We will pick up again next time. But yes, until then, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful day. And to everyone watching, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye bye.
Bye.